This is a long ass video, and based on the title and thumbnail, I'm guessing you clicked because you either wanted to start ecom or you already have a store and looking to scale. If that's you, grab some popcorn, get a notebook out, because by the end of the video, you will understand the basics of ecom. Now, before we dive into everything that I have planned, let me give you a quick story about who I am. My name is Brendan Dow. I'm 21 years old, and I started reselling, dropshipping, or ecom, whatever you want to call it, about 3.5 years ago, and I've wasted thousands of dollars, time, and energy making a lot of stupid mistakes. And now fast forward 3.5 years later, I've been able to generate almost $6 million in aggregate revenue from all of my stores combined. So my entrepreneurship journey started back in high school. I was your typical student, very good grades, A honor roll, played a few sports. I was a member of a few clubs, nothing really special. But as college was approaching and high school was ending, everyone around me seemed to have their life figured out except for me. And that's when I started experimenting with side hustles. I tried almost every single side hustle you can think of, from detailing cars to even day trading. So the first thing I ever did was day trading. I watched every single video imaginable, paper traded, and then I went live, right? Only to realize that I wasn't as good as I thought. Trading is super fucking hard. And after 4 to 5 months of zero tangible results, a close friend of mine suggested we start a car detailing business. It's manual labor, low startup costs, and a solid way to learn hard work. We put in around $800. We bought vacuums, pressure washers, soaps, brushes, everything you name it, and practiced on family cars for free until we got good enough to start charging people. And fast forward, I graduated high school, wrapped up the detailing business, and jumped straight into ecom. Detailing paid a little bit, but I hated the labor. It was super fucking hot because we were working in the Texas heat. I did not like it at all. I experimented with multiple ecom stores, faced multiple failures, learned lessons, and eventually found what worked, which was ecom. I first started off with organic marketing. It was super easy back then to go viral, but now there's so much more regulations and restrictions. After I was hitting a plateau, I built a team for content creation and management. Then I went into paid ads and started scaling with that. And now I leverage AI to stay ahead of everyone. Through 3.5 years of testing, failing, and iterating, I've learned what actually works, and that's exactly what I'm about to share with you. And here's why you should listen to me. I bought my dream car at 19. I received Shopify's 10,000 total orders award, and in the past 3 months, my top brand did over $400,000 in revenue. Now, I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying it so that you know that I'm qualified to talk about this stuff because I've actually made it. And even now, I'm grinding every single day to reach higher goals. Now, here's the best part. I'm going to break down step by step what works in today's ecom world and the strategies I'm using right now to pull in over $400,000 in the past 3 months. Markets change, trends shifts, and AI evolves, but those core strategies are what keeps me scaling. So if you're ready to learn from my journey and cut months of trial and error, let's dive into the first step, which is product research and validation. This is one of the most important things in your ecom process, right? How we choose products that scale. What are the criterias of a product that we look into so that we find the winning products instead of just testing any product out there that you see, right? Everyone says finding problem-solving products is the way to go, but that's literally just the baseline, guys. You gotta find something else that's different, right? For example, something that feels like a shortcut. For this, solving a problem is not enough. Most buyers don't even want the work. They want the result, right? So you gotta show the results. They want the glow up, they want the confidence, the boost, and also the freedom very fast, right? They want all that very fast. They want the results quick. And so, number one criteria is shortcut over problem solver. Of course, every single product out there is a problem solver, right? There's a reason why it's out there, right? It's a problem solving product, but you wanna find a shortcut. For example, a good product doesn't just fix an issue. It gives people a fast lane to the identity that they want. For example, skincare isn't just about acne treatment, right? You gotta market it towards, okay, it's about posting selfies again in 2 weeks. For example, a lot of people, there's a reason why they buy skincare products, because they want to feel more confident. They want to feel more, they want to look better, right? And also, weight loss isn't about shedding pounds. It's about feeling attractive without the effort, right? So, of course, find a product that has a shortcut and find marketing angles towards that. Of course, we'll go that later on in the video, but basically the formula is visible transformation plus emotional outcome plus easy to grasp benefits and fast perceived results, right? That's the formula for a shortcut over a problem-solving product. Second criteria, multiple angles equals testing power, right? One-dimensional products die very quickly, right? We want products that can be sold 20 different ways so that the algorithm can find the winners. Can we run ads that hit pain points, social proof, authority / doctor endorsements, convenience / time saving? Can you use it as a humor, meme, or like a viral hook, right? And so if you look at these questions and your product and it could do all of these, then you have a winning product on your hands, because if it can be marketed 20 different ways, 100 different ways, then it's an easy product for you to market, right? There's not much angles out there, then, you know, it'll be a lot harder for you to get yourself out there, right? The more angles, the more scalable your product is. Criteria number 3, it has avatar flexibility, which equals scale, right? If your product only works for one type of customer, you're gonna cap out for sure, right? We look for products that can stretch across Gen Z, right? Generations, right? Gen Z, millennials, even boomers, lifestyles, right? Students, moms, travelers, workaholics, gym rats, different looks, backgrounds, and identities. If it has all of these, if it has number 3, 2, and 1, you have a winning product on your hand. Because when it comes to finding a product, and if all you look for is it's unique, not many people are running it, it's unsaturated, you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong criteria research. If you have all these 3 criteria, you have a winning product, because it's very scalable and it has some uniqueness. This should be the uniqueness. Those are 3 criteria, you know, each group, each funnel, creators, ads, and landing pages. That's how you go from 5K a day to 25K a day, right? And so the winning product, to put it simply, the best products always solve an insecurity, right? Offer a shortcut to a better identity. Also allow 10 plus marketing angles and fit multiple customer avatars. This is what you checkbox in order to filter out your products that you do research on. All right, next we actually go over to the software that we use called Get Hooked. Shout out Mark Builds Brand. He built this software and it's honestly a killer software, and it might be the best software I've probably used for product research, you know? And if you do want to use this, there's a link in my bio for you guys to check out and sign up for. So first thing, right, make an account, sign up with an account, and you have a bunch of different options here, right? You have Explorer, Swipe File, Brand Style, Staff Pick. First thing is go to Explorer, right? The Explorer is where you can explore all the ads on the Facebook ad libraries, right? Swipe File is where you save your ads that you like. Brand Spy is you can spy on an actual brand, like a whole brand. For example, like you can copy and paste the whole Facebook ad library and you can, you know, bring it over here. But that being said, we're gonna go over here and filter out some stuff. First thing, of course, you can filter out to United States. That's what I recommend. So filter the country to United States. Performance, I would say 4 stars, right? And then ad format, that doesn't matter. Static ad style doesn't matter. Runtime, I'd say for the runtime, do around like 30 days, because that way you can see any of the new winning products that are coming out recently, right? And then start dates, to be honest, just say like a month back, so like September 1st, or even like I would go back like 2 months, right? So I would do like August 1st, so that you can get like a good understanding, because some brands, they scale since a few months ago, right? And so creative usage, I don't really touch that. Brand active ads, I don't touch that either. Actually, brand active ads, I would do at least 100, right? 100 is good enough. After that, you're just gonna keep scroll, right? Keep scrolling. You want to find something like that's very unique, but also, like I said, you want to find something that follows the criterias, right? Nothing pops out for me yet, so let's keep going. Oh, also, what we can do is filter out. Let me just remove the runtime. I don't want to do too many filters. We can do, for example, if you want to do supplements, put in health, right? Health or supplements. I typically like to do health, right? So I put in health, and you just scroll through it. And then we have one right here. So what is this? So it does have a decent amount of ads, right? And a lot of these ads have been active for a good amount of time. So what we want to do is check their landing page and see what they're doing here. Looks like they're running a pre-sale page, which is actually a good sign. You know, you take this and it goes to, straight to a checkout. Wow. It does not go to an offer page. Typically, I would try to find a brand that is on Shopify, that uses Shopify checkout and everything. And so that's not really a good fit, to be honest. Aged garlic extract. This is a supplement product. As you can see, you can tell it's a dropshipping brand because everyone uses Shrine that does dropshipping. And so it looks good so far. Let's check out their actual page and see. Okay, so they have around 150 ads active, which is a good sign. What else you want to look at is their old ads, like how long their run rate on the ads, for example. I think they had some ads that were active for around 35 days. Let's check. Yeah, around 30 days, which is a good sign, right, for the most part, because it seems like they're making custom ads, right? If they're making custom ads, they have at least 100 ads active, and you know, they have a bunch of ads that have been active for a while. That means they're probably scaling, right? They're probably scaling. They're probably profiting a lot. And so, as you can see, they're doing a mix of static ads and also AI ads, right? AI UGC. And so this looks like a pretty good product in my opinion.
We had sold them out of this aged garlic.
And then what you can do, after you find a product that you like and you think that fits the criteria, for example, the main point of this is, okay, looking to take control of your heart health. What is it? Promotes cardiovascular. Okay, this definitely targets a older audience, right? And a lot of people nowadays are seeing a lot of, if you think about it, a lot of people in the US are seeing a lot of heart issues, diabetes, health issues because America, right? Obesity is going up and shit like that. And so this would definitely work for all age groups, right? The criteria, right? Shortcut, it's a shortcut. It basically helps people with their wellness, right? The cardiovascular. What's the main angle, right? The main angle is basically, let me see. Basically just cardiovascular health, right? And so it just basically helps older people to live longer, basically, because a lot of people have been dying because of heart diseases or heart cancer, right? Number 2, does it have multiple angles? Yes, it does, right? It has multiple angles. You can use it as doctor proof, like authority proof. You can use social proof. There's a lot of pain points. It's convenient because it's a supplement, right? It's a pill that you ingest. Number 3 is avatar flexibility, right? It definitely has an avatar flexibility because for this specific brand, they are targeting towards an older audience. That's their avatar, right? The avatar is a little bit older, but you can basically tell that it's a lot, you can sell it for all age groups, right? And so it does hit all the criterias. And after you find the product, do your research, and the product fits your criterias, you want to do a few validation methods, right? You want to validate the product. You want to see some competitors. You want to see if it's trending. You want to see if people are searching this up, right? And so what I do is do Google Trends, right? Google Trends and search up aged garlic, right? Aged garlic. Search up a few different keywords because whatever you're searching may not be the one. I would try searching up different ones and then do like the past 5 years, of course. Aged garlic, as you can see, it's going up, it's trending up. You can also search up aged garlic extract. See, it already shows up here, but it looks like not really many people search up aged garlic extract, but I guess the main keyword is aged garlic. So since we searched up aged garlic, there's a lot of searches for the past 5 years, and as you can see, it's been pretty stagnant, and now it's going up. So as you can see, demand is rising, and that tells you, okay, the product is starting to be in demand, right? Next, I use this software, I use this extension, Chrome extension called SimilarWeb, right? What it does is it shows you the traffic that they're getting on their website. For example, the month of August has done 9.2k monthly visits. The thing is, and it also shows you like their top keywords and their ranking and shit like that. 9.2k, right? And so that is very low in my opinion. That is very low. No software out there is like really precise with showing like the exact numbers of visitors. So after you find the visitors, right, what you want to do is do 9,000, right? 9,000 visitors times the average CVR that most brands get, which is around like, let's just say 25%. Or sorry, 2.5%. So I'll multiply 9,000 times 0.025, which is like 225 orders a month, which is so little. I don't think they will be running 100 plus ads with dozens of ads that have been active for over 30 days, right? I don't think they'll be still running, but it seems like they're profitable because they're still running this shit. So after that, 225, right? 225. Basically multiply the 9,000 by 22.5%, and what you want to do is multiply that by the AOV, right? The average AOV. You can say the average AOV can be like, you know, $55 because usually the middle bundle is what people buy the most, I think. So you can say around like $50 AOV, right? Times 50. So they're doing around like $11,000 a month from what this is showing me. But I'd say that's cap. I say the cap because I see that they have a lot of ads active and it looks like they're scaling, right? But of course, if it hits at least 2 validations, right? Before you even go to the validation process, of course, all the product has to hit all the 3 criteria, which is a winning product already. For the 3 validation processes, right? The next one's gonna be competitor research. If it's 2 out of 3, it's still good to run. But if it's 1 out of 3 or 0 out of 3 in terms of validation, then it wouldn't be good to run, right? Since Google Trends is looking good, and also in terms of the similar web traffic, doesn't look as good. At the end of the day, these softwares aren't accurate, so I don't think 9.2k monthly visits it's accurate enough. I don't think they're doing that much. They're doing a lot more, definitely. And then next thing is I do reverse engine search, right? And so I can't really do that because I can't right click on Shrine. But what I can do is search up here. Let me see. I can search up this right here, aged garlic extract. Aged garlic extract. And then from there, what you do is, let me see, find the product that's very similar to that. So for example, this one here, iHerb from iHerb. As you know by now, this is taken by another brand like Micro Ingredients. Right? Micro Ingredients is the original brand of this specific product. What dropshippers do is they take it over and customize it, change the logo and stuff like that, and they make it into their own brand basically. And that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of branded dropshipping, right? Find a product that's already working out there and just build a better brand and just sell better, you know, market better. What you want to do is right click it and click on search with Google Lens. This is called reverse engine search. And why I do this, right? Why do I do this? I do this because if you search this specific image or product that you're looking for, you can see where this image is also listed, right? Or or similar image. You can see any other brands or websites selling this product, or even NEC. For example, we found another dropshipping brand selling this product. So right click and open link and new tab, right? We want to find 2 more, trying to find 2 more. Also, iHerb is a big website. They sell a bunch, they have authorization to sell a bunch, just like A to Z, everything, right? Sports products, beauty products, supplement products, right? So don't really care about iHerb or a big website like this. You want to find websites that look like dropshipping stores. For example, like alchemedge.co, like I think that's a dropshipping store. So you want to open link a new tab, and let's find 1 more. A lot of people don't know about this strategy, but this is honestly a great way to do research on competitors and whatever. So we only have 2, so I'm gonna just, for the sake of video, I'm just go ahead and look at the ones that we found. And so Nutribana, odorless, aged garlic extract, and you know, you can tell this is a dropshipping store as well, because it's on Shopify, as you can see. But also, they sell a bunch of other products as well. Like they dropship other products. So I'm pretty sure this is a niche store. Aged garlic, right? So you can even do research on here. I think that would work. Aged garlic. Either here, or you can also do research on Facebook Ad Library itself. For example, just search up aged garlic. So it doesn't show up aged garlic. What you can do is, I think it's because I have a bunch of filters. So turn off all these filters. And it still doesn't show. Wow, that's weird. Okay, I found another one. So what you want to do is go to the page and see if they are running a lot of ads for this product. And boom, 65 ads for the aged garlic, and they have a bunch of active ones. They've been running a lot of them for over 30 days already. So we're gonna check their website here and see what they're running and how they're running. Okay, it's a quiz funnel. That's how you know that they're fucking printing. They fucking have citations here. You can skip this. Bro, quiz funnels.
Congratulations on completing the...
Wow, these funnels. That means this guy's printing. This guy's got to be printing because it goes to a quiz funnel. It's a whole VSL funnel, which is insane, right?
digestion types.
And I don't know where you can even go to the actual page, which is crazy.
Survey your gut health.
So this is really smart. There's tools out there that allow you to not make them skip, right? It makes them watch the whole video, and there's no other thing that they can click on. And this is actually a very genius quiz funnel. And when you do this, you make the customer you make this lead very warm, right? And so you turn them into an unaware audience into a most aware audience, because you educate them about your product, show them testimonials, doctor reviews, and authorization, right? Basically doctor authorization, basically going through the whole funnel to basically take care of all their objections, and that makes them buy most likely, right? And so it's very smart. After you find some competitors that are doing well, that is a validation, right? So for this product specifically, we have 2 out of 3, which is good enough already. And yeah, and then we'll move on to the next part. So what we went over in this step was product criteria, right? There's 3 product criteria that you look after to find a winning product, right? And after you find a winning product that basically aligns with all these criteria, then go into the 3-step validation process, which is Google Trends, right? You want to see if there is demand for it and people are searching it up, okay? Number 2 is similar web. You want to see if there's good amount of traffic for this website. And of course, do the math. Like I said, like I showed you earlier, do the math and see on average, not an average, but like an estimate of how many orders or how much revenue they're doing per month, right? And then you want to do reverse engine search and do you want to do competitor research, right? Competitor research, and see if there's any other competitors that are, I guess, printing or doing well with this. And we did find one, and yeah, and I'll see you in the next part. All right guys, so next up, we're going to be going over brand identity and store creation, right? Why do you need this? Brand identity, you need to build a logo, make a good name so that your website looks really branded, your product looks really branded, so you can use this logo to put it on your packaging, right? And also on your website, and come up with a color palette that would match your product and your store vibes, right? And then in terms of store creation, I'm going to be going over step by step on how to start a Shopify store and how to build one and what you need to set up on the back end to make sure you have everything set up before launching your website. All right, first thing is go on ChatGPT or any chat model that you like. I prefer ChatGPT though. And so what you want to do is come up with a brand name, right? For example, our product that we found is this aged garlic extract, right? That's a some kind of gel pill, right? And so in ChatGPT, what you want to say is, okay, help me come up with some brand name ideas for my e-commerce store. And then what you want to do is kind of explain or describe what your product is, right? My product is an aged garlic supplement that is in a form of pills or gel capsules, and it's an extract that helps people's cardiovascular, I don't fucking know how to spell this, vascular system, right? And so after that, click return, and then it'll come up with some brand name. Okay, garlic viv. No, I don't like those. Cardio extract. Ooh, cardio extract. That sounds pretty nice. Cardio. Pulse One sounds pretty good too. Pulse One. So let's just say we like this one. Pulse One, right? Search it up on Google. See if you can find anything using this name. Pulse One. Bro, someone's using this name. Someone else is using this name. So there's too many people, or I guess websites or brands or companies using this name. So I don't like any of these. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna niche down a little bit more and be like, I prefer one word names with some uniqueness. Guys, don't take too long on your logo and your brand identity, right? The whole idea is to get your brand up and starting and launching ASAP. If you're overthinking about your logo and your branding, like, that's gonna waste so much of your time when you could be making ad creatives right now and launching ads. So I'm gonna just find something very quick for you guys, and you wanna find something that kind of flows with your brand identity and kind of fits the product. One thing when it comes to choosing the domain is typically I like to go for .com or .co. the best is .com, right? So if you can try to find some kind of name variant that gets you a .com, that's the best thing you can do. So we're gonna try Valora like this and see if they have any .coms. I like Garlium, so we can try Garlium and see if there's any open domains for this one. Garlium.com. Okay, this is fire because usually one word names like this, brand names, and if it's available with the .com, that is a good sign. Like that's really good. That means no one's really using that name, and you guys can take that and build a brand around that, right? So for example, once you find the name, right, once you find something solid that kind of fits your branding, your product, you want to go over to this software called Brandmark, right? And I'll link every single tool like down below, right? So that you guys can use and so that you guys don't have to search it up, right? So Brandmark, this is a tool that helps me build logos, right? It gives you logo source files, brand guidelines, and you can edit your logos. Of course, you can use Canva as well. In the beginning, I used Canva to make all my logos. If you want to be, you just want to make it from scratch, right? But let me log in here and show you guys exactly what this is about. And of course, here are some of the past logos that I've created. As you can see here, Memory Frame was one of my old brands. You guys can still search it up. I used to run Travel Her, but we rebranded to like Duffold. I did run a few different products. I ran Gesture, I ran Pocket Pharmacy, I also ran Moji Therapy. I also ran, what's it called? Jolly Loungers, Cushy Slides, and Deskable. Deskable was my first ever brand. And so, like I said, these are logos that, of course, I purchased, right? But there is a way for you to not have to purchase it, right? For example, if you go to Save Logos, you can easily just make logos and screenshot them. All right, guys, first step is go to Generate Logos, right? Put your brand name in there. So Garlium, mine is Garlium here. So, I can't spell. Garlium, and then what you want to do is put in your keywords, right? Your keywords for the product is aged garlic extract supplement, right? Boom. Next, choose your color style, right? For example, I typically like to do like organic or soft pastel, so I'm gonna just do organic. If I keep scrolling and I find like a logo or a font or a color that I like, I choose that and I typically edit it and make it better or make it to my own likings. For example, we're gonna keep scrolling here and see which one would fit. Ooh, this one's clean, guys. So what we can do here is choose edit and make the background white. Okay, make the background white. I do like the brand colors. It really does fit with the overall style of the products because it's more of like a more warm kind of color. And so we're gonna go for a more warm color like we have here. And it already chose the colors for us. If you guys don't like gradients, so what you can do is just do solid color like this. I'm a very picky person. So when it comes to like gradients and colors and designs, I'm very picky and I take a bit of time. But just for example, like this is clean. Even this color is clean too. But I'm gonna just, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna just choose a color that I think is cool. This color is nice and go for that, right? Since the font is simple, clean, easy to read, and it also shows like an icon right here representing garlic, right? So that's pretty much all I need to do. If you guys want to make edits, of course you can double tap and delete that and change the text. If you want to do all caps, do all caps. If you want to try different fonts, go here, try different fonts. Change the icon they have on there. You want to change the icon of your logo. Layering actions, you can bring this back front, whatever it is. It's just like Canva, right? And so you can also, what you can do is make white background versions. And since we already have a logo that it's good, after you guys finish your logo, finish editing it, make sure your background is white, then screenshot, right? Screenshot your logo like this. Boom, you have your logo. That's it. All right, after you guys have your logo, next go over to Shopify, and of course I have a link down in the description so you guys can easily find and build your first Shopify store. Right, click on the link, and of course you guys will have this button right here where it gives you a 3-day free trial, then $1 for per month for 3 months, right? And so enter your email. I already have an email here, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue. So what we're gonna do now is basically go over the exact steps that I take for every single new store that I build in order to have your store fully set up. And this is not including building the website, right? This doesn't include building the website. This is going to be on the next step. So first thing is go to settings, of course. Choose your brand name, which is Garlium like this. And of course your store email. Oh, I forgot to mention, okay, for store email, all right, for customer support, you want to go over to Gmail and create a new Gmail account. All right, so we want to add another account and create an account. If you guys don't have any more, like when you create Google account, it's going to ask for your number, right? And if it doesn't allow you to create any more email accounts with your number, then you can go to Outlook. Outlook doesn't require a phone number, so you can make new Outlook emails, right? All right, so first I'll just put Garlium as per usual. All right, I'll just put random date, whatever, doesn't matter. Right, gender, whatever, doesn't matter. Then create your own Gmail address, right? And so you can do contact garlium at gmail.com. Next, create it, make your password. After that, you will have your own new email account. You can add your logo in there and use this email for customer support, right? So basically you put that email into here, you'll place that email over here, contact garlium at gmail.com, like that. Save it, take it over to notifications. This is where you would keep your main email, your personal email, so they can get messages about your store, right? That's gonna be your main email. Notifications is where you put your support email, okay? Your phone number, actually no, don't put your phone number. You don't need to put your phone number. Check everything's correct. Your time zone, your currency, your backup region, everything is perfect. Next, go to plan. This is where you're gonna choose your plan, right? Typically, just choose the basic plan. If you don't have any like team members or partners you have, even if you have partners, you guys can log into the same account. Just choose basic. It's gonna be $1, and then after 3 months, it's gonna be $39 per month. After you choose your plan, it's gonna have you insert your card and everything like that. Billing is just where you will see all your billing, and it will bill your card. If you have any like subscriptions or apps, or the plan that you chose after 3 months, right? And so using the permissions is basically if you have any staff or partners or team members that you hire that need access to this account, right? So basically they'll have staff accounts, but you can't get this until you have the second plan, right? Next is your payments, right? This is where you will apply for Shopify payments. This is exactly how you will get money. This is how you get people to check out and pay, right? You gotta set up your complete checkout. You gotta complete your account setup, and it's gonna allow you to input all your information, your personal information. If you have an LLC, input your LLC, and after that, you get approved for it. You can use this as your checkout, right? And people can start buying from you. Checkout is where it's just the checkout where people check out and order from you, right? This is where you will require your first and last name, or they will require your first and last name. So I would recommend doing this instead of only require last name, right? All right, next is customer accounts. Don't worry about this. This is where customers are able to log into their account to track their order or anything that they see on their profile. But this is after they order. Of course, you don't really need to care about this. Shipping and delivery, right? Shipping and delivery, set up your rates here. I would delete every single one of these, right? Every single one of these, delete all these rates, all right? You have a domestic one and you're gonna have an international one. So you want to have domestic and then add your rates. Typically just do custom, right? Custom, and then do free shipping like this. Free shipping, and leave it like that. You can put the average date, but the average shipping time. You can also put ships next day or tracking number provided, so that they know that they're getting a tracking number, right? Done. Next, you want to add another rate, custom, where this one you charge them, right? So I would say around $9.95. That's a good rate. Or if you want to test different rates, I would say 95. Do a lower rate. You can say you can say insured insured shipping, right? Of course, this is going to be the same thing as free shipping, but it just basically gives you an extra $5, right? It increases your AOV. It just says insured shipping. It doesn't say express shipping, right? But they are the same shipping rate or same shipping time. Next, save this. Make sure you add a rate for international as well. Same thing, free shipping. All right. And then insured shipping, that one's going to be $4.95. You can make it a little bit more expensive for international, but I don't know, it doesn't really matter. After that, you are missing a lot of countries, right? You only have around 27 countries and regions that you're targeting. So go to markets, right? This is where you're going to be setting your markets up. You have the United States already. Now you want to create an international market, right? This can be international. You want to select this, edit this here, unselect, and select again. So now you have 237 countries selected, and boom, you want to name this rest of the world, ROW, right? Save. After that, go back to shipping. Yeah, manage shipping, and then update your shipping. So edit zone, and you want to select all of your countries again, like this, and boom, like that. Same thing for the United States, or same thing for North America, Oceania, Australia, New Zealand. Done. After that, you choose all your countries. They're connected with your markets, and it's all set. Your shipping is all set. There's no need to worry about taxes until you're making money, right? All right, so we'll leave it how it is. Next, locations, right? Shop location, I would just make sure you put like your billing address, whatever address you have, and then put, I would say, your brand name and warehouse, right? This doesn't really matter too much, but I just like to do that just because, like, I like to make it branded. Choose states. Yeah, just make sure you guys put your address first, and then yeah, you guys can do that. Discard, right? Next, apps and sales channels. I would say leave this for now. We're gonna go back to this once we start building the website, so we know what apps we need for our website, right? Domain. This is where you will buy your Garlium domain, or your brand domain. Next, Garlium.com. Buy it. Boom. After your domain is done, it's gonna take a few minutes. Then it's gonna send you an email to basically confirm your Whois domain identity, right? So once you confirm it, if you don't confirm it, in 14 days your domain is gonna suspend, and you won't see any, like, your website's not gonna work. So make sure you are verifying that on your email. Customer events, don't worry about this. This is just for pixel tracking whenever you start advertising. Notifications, of course, like I said, sender email. This is where you can put your support email, right? Go to customer notifications, customize email templates. This is exactly where you're gonna upload your logo. Where's the logo here? Upload your logo here, and we're gonna go back here and get our hex code for the logo. All right, click done. Choose the accent color. Boom. Save. Bam. Now you have a branded looking post-purchase order confirmation email template. Right? This is what they see after they order from you. You want to make it look branded, and this looks clean, right? Next, meta fields and meta objects. I don't touch this. You don't need to touch this either. Our languages, don't worry about this. Just use English, to be honest. Customer privacy, don't worry about this either. And then policies, right? Policies is very important. All you need to do, insert the template that they have here, publish it, boom, automated privacy policy, done. Terms of service, insert the template, publish. Shipping policy, you can use ChatGPT to come up with the policy, right? For example, go here, write me a short shipping policy for my drop shipping store that's shipping from China. Okay, after that, let it load. get your shipping policy here, make sure confirm everything is right. Usually around 1 to 3 business days for processing, which is good, and then 7 to 15 business days for delivery, which is honestly right on point. Copy all this, take it over to your privacy policy or shipping policy, paste it, done, publish, easy. Contact information, insert your template. I wouldn't have any of this physical address. I would just put your email. I don't put phone number either. Trade name, just Garlium, easy, publish. For privacy policy, for all these policies, make sure you go back and update everything. For example, if doesn't show your name, your email, change that. Address, I would delete this because you don't want to put your personal address unless you want to. Unless you have a business address or office address, then do that. Next, go to privacy policy. Scroll all the way down, everything looks good. And this is where you can change anything that you need to, but there's nothing. After that, guys, you guys have your whole settings set up. Next is all of these tabs on the side here. You need to set these up. For example, your products, this is the most important. This is one of the most important things. How are you going to sell anything if you don't have a product set up on your website, right? And so next, what you want to do is come up with a title for your brand. What you can do is put Garlium, of course, Garlium, and then aged garlic extract, right? You can honestly use the same thing that they're using right here. Our aged garlic extract 7500 mg orderless, right? Just use the exact same name. You don't have to put Garlium. You don't have to put your brand name. Just use the same exact name that they have, because at the end of the day, you want to be you want to have search engine optimization. And this name is a little bit long, so I'm gonna just delete Garlium here. Aged garlic extract 7500 mg odorless, right? Just use this because if your other competitors are using the same name, you should too, because it helps with search engine optimization, where people search up these keywords and they will find your brand a lot easier, right? Description, don't worry about description. You will take care of this inside the actual website building, right? Next, images. This is where you find images. What you're gonna need to do is take images. I wouldn't necessarily take images from your competitors, because of course they can DMCA you and you can get taken down very easily. So what we can do is take it from people that, let me see here. Product images matter a lot. So what you can do is take it from stock to start. So if you go to AliExpress or Alibaba, take this image right here. Wait, screenshot this image. I would start off, what you want to do is search with image, right? Search with image, upload the image that you want to find. Then it will find you the exact image that you're looking for, or the product that you're looking for. Aged garlic extract, right? And it has the no branding right here. Choose this one, and then supplement facts. You want to choose all these images. I wouldn't choose this one. This one doesn't fit with your branding. I would choose these three. What is this one? Same thing. Yeah, I'll just choose these three. If there's any more, then find more images. So what you want to do is just keep researching, right? Keep researching and seeing if you can find more images. We have 3 so far. So what I'm gonna do here is screenshot these 3. Screenshot these 3 right here. Take this one. We're gonna take this one as well. All right. And then we're gonna take this one. I think 3 is good to start off with, you know. Of course, your product images do help with your conversion rate. If you can put your logo here, you can edit your logo here using Canva or ChatGPT, right? What you can do is take this image over to ChatGPT and upload your files here. So upload the image that you just screenshotted and an image of your logo, right? After you upload these, what you want to do is can you upload, or can you edit my logo onto this product package above the words aged garlic extract, and that's it. And we're gonna let it cook. Of course, this is just an example. You should make all your images more branded, right? For example, yeah, this one, these really don't fit with your current brand colors. So what we can do is take all these images into ChatGPT and give ChatGPT your hex code or logo and tell it to remake this image, keep everything the same, the text the same, but just add some, I guess, variations and brand color identity using the hex code I use and also my logo. Right? After you have at least 5 images, after you have 5 product images, upload all of them into here. So let's see if we have the ChatGPT done yet. We're just gonna upload these for now. Let me see. Upload these 3. Just for the sake of the video. Okay, it's loading now, so we're gonna see what it looks like. And boom. After you do that, it's gonna make. Okay, the reason why I would recommend taking all your product images into ChatGPT is because it will finish your product image at a higher looking quality image, right? If you saw the image before, it was just a screenshot and it looks really blurry. So this looks really good, right? Of course, I would definitely change the color of these right here to make sure it matches, or just keep it like that, or just make it black, whatever. I think like this is fine. Download it, take it all over into here. Let me see. And then of course remove the one that isn't branded. All right, after that, you guys, you have your 3 images. Next, you want to set your pricing, right? What is your pricing going to be for your product, and how do you determine the pricing? For example, look at your competitors, right? They're selling it for $29.99, $54.99, and $79.99, right? $29.99 is honestly a pretty decent price to start at. I would do like $34.99. So at least do like, I would say 2 to 3x of what your cost is. And of course, you can gotta get a rough cost from AliExpress, but don't worry about it. Just honestly, just start selling it, start using the pricing your competitors are using, and just test it. Okay, next, the pricing. I'm gonna just do $29.99. It is pretty low, but we can just test out with that first. Next, this is where you will set up your available. I would just do like 20,000. Just, we're not gonna sell 20,000, of course, but let's just set it like that. Cost per item, right? So your compare price. This is your compare price when you see on the website. Is it $29, or they give you basically give like a fake discount to make sure to tell people that okay, they're getting a good deal on this product. So you want to do at least like 20-30%. I would do like 50 59, 59, or we can do $54.99, right, as the compare price, your unit price, whatever your cost per product is, then you put it right here. After that, guys, if you guys have any like variation like size, color, make sure to add it here. We don't have anything here, so after that, your product is ready to go. That's pretty much it, to be honest. After you guys set everything up, your products, your settings, you guys are pretty much all set. In the next step, I'm gonna go over how to build the actual website and what you guys need, like what menus, how to build the website, and how to configure it to where, or what apps you need, and also how to configure your website to where it is optimized for conversion rate. All right, guys, so now that we have finished finalizing our product and finishing our settings, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our website development, right? So first thing is going to be your menus, right? Since we have finished our policies already, we wanna go ahead and check our menus and make sure our menus are set up the correct way. So first thing is going to be main menu, right? The main menu is going to have a few pages, right? The home page, the product page, or the catalog page, right? The collections page, or the contact page, and also the track order page. You can also add other stuff like about us, discover, whatever it is, FAQs, but we don't need that right now. We just need the main 3 or 4 pages, which is homepage. Change this to shop now, right? And then link your product straight to the product page that you made. And then this doesn't really matter, but I like to say contact us so that people will know, like, okay, you're contacting us. You're not clicking on this to find contacts. You're clicking on this to contact us specifically. That's why I put the word us in there. The fourth menu is going to be track order, but now that we don't have it, we're gonna have to download the app. So it's gonna be 17 track. So this app is going to be good for tracking your orders, right? And also customers can go ahead and track their orders, put their tracking number in, and they can see real time on where their order is. So we're gonna go ahead and update this or download this and figure this out. First thing is going to be skipping all this. Of course, you don't really need all this. And then going straight to the tracking page right here. And then just copy and paste this tracking page. Of course, this looks a little bit different because I didn't buy a domain. But once you guys have a domain, it's gonna say, for example, trygarlium.com/apps/17track, right? It's not gonna say these random letters. All right, now go back to menus. And then you wanna add a page called track order. Paste that link. Make sure to click on this. And then save, right? After that is going to be your footer menu. Your footer menu is super important because they need to understand or figure out what your policies are, right? This is where people will come to see your policies. I would remove the search here and I would just go ahead and do this. So go to here, policies. First thing I would like to add is going to be the shipping policy, right? Second thing I want to add is going to be refund policy. Then it's going to be the privacy policy. Then terms of service. Then I will add contact information. Then you also want to add contact us page too. In case people miss it at the very top, they can find the contact us page at the very bottom as well. And so I typically like to format it like this, put this one all the way at the bottom, and that should be it. After that, save it. And a few things you need to change is also go to online store, go to pages, and you want to add some text here, right? For example, of course, change this. You want to add some text here. You can easily just go to ChatGPT. Where is the ChatGPT at? Can you write me a description? A short description for my contact us page telling the customers our hours of operation and basically thanking them, basically appreciating them. So very simple. Thank you for reaching out to us. Our team is here to help with any questions, concerns, or feedback you may have. We're available from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and do our best to respond within 24 hours. Your support means the world to us. We appreciate you being part of our community. So you're gonna go ahead and take this, go back here, paste it here, and boom, save. After that, you wanna go ahead and go to apps. All right, so some apps that I recommend you guys have is going to be 17track, of course. Also, Judge Me reviews. All right, guys, so next step is going to be downloading the apps that we're going to need for our store. One of the apps is going to be 17track. Next is going to be Looks Reviews. You can add your reviews and it builds a lot more trustworthiness, you know? Next is going to be your caching bundles, right? Caching bundles is super important so that you can build offers and give bundles and free gifts to your customers. Caching bundles, right? Next is going to be section store app. The reason why this app is so good is because if you're using, for example, like a free theme, right? We're gonna be using a free theme in this tutorial. You are very limited with what sections you can add and what kind of widgets, right? Of course, with higher end and more expensive themes, you can add high quality sections that can increase your conversion rate. With free themes, there's not much, right? It's not much. That's why you got to add the section store so you can add certain sections that you want to add that free themes don't have, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and download these apps and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to use them. All right, so now we're on Looks. All right, we're gonna go through Looks, go through all of this, enable Looks Score script. Basically, you want to enable the embeds or the actual app inside the store so that it works. Next, I'm gonna continue. Add product widgets to your store. So we're gonna go here, got it, make sure to save it. Now we're gonna go back, continue, choose your colors. I would just do this style and then continue. continue, 10% discount, continue, and boom. You have your app set up. How are you gonna add reviews? All right. So one thing you can do, a few things you can do, right, is to have manual reviews. You can upload reviews manually by yourself, single. You can use AI, ChatGPT to make fake reviews and stuff like that. But some things you can do is import reviews, right? You can import it from AliExpress. You can get a link from a product that has a lot of reviews, or a custom file, right? To get a custom file, you can go ahead and make a copy or get a list of fake reviews from ChatGPT. So what we're gonna do here is go to ChatGPT and basically ask, can you, wait, before we do anything actually, you wanna go ahead and go to our competitor website. So we're gonna take our competitor website, upload to ChatGPT and say, I want you to analyze this competitor store and tell me what you see. Okay, so the reason why I ask this is because I want ChatGPT to know about the product. You want to do deep research on the product and tell us exactly what they see going on, right? And so now that the AI understands more about the product, you want to basically ask it to create me a file, like a CSV file of 1004 reviews of this product. And of course, you want to make sure to tell them that to make it realistic, right? Make the reviews super realistic and natural so that it doesn't sound like a bot, and include varieties of names from different countries and varieties of copywriting, right? Like for example, short, medium, long, no text, basically. Or wait, and no text reviews. So before I generate anything, I need to clarify a few details so that the CSV fits your exact use case. Please confirm the following. So the tone of reviews, right? Should they be positive, 4 to 5 stars, or naturally mixed, 80% positive, 15? So yeah, good thing you gotta have answered all of these, right? So I would typically do 4.5 stars, right? Number 2, name, country, rating, date, verified, right? And review text. All right, would you like any other fields? No, right? So I don't want any other fields. Number 3, purpose. Are you using this for testing UI, data seeding, or marketing mockups? This ensures I keep it compliant. I can't make fake reviews intended for real customers, but I can make synthetic data for demo testing. Yes, for testing and data mockup. All right. Next is going to be format. Do you want me to generate the actual CSV file for download or just show you a text preview first? Yes, generate an actual CSV file for download. Boom. Now we wait and see. All right, so now that it's finished, we're gonna go ahead and download it and take it over back to here. You wanna continue to upload file, select file, and choose the file that we saw here. So we're gonna do a quick look here and see what it looks like. Boom, we have a bunch of different names, different countries, different ratings, dates, verified, and different types of review text, right? So now we have a whole CSV file of 1,000 1,000 plus reviews, right? We'll go ahead and open this. You're gonna start importing your reviews. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, missing columns, author, body, product handle. So you want to make sure you go back and add these columns. I totally forgot. Go ahead and copy this, take it back to ChatGPT and ask it to redo the columns. Can you redo the reviews and add these extra missing columns? All right, so now that the AI has updated our reviews, go ahead and download it again. Go back here, go back to import reviews, do the same thing, upload it. All right, import is in progress, so we're gonna go ahead and wait until the imports have successfully went through, and then we're gonna go to the next app, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and download the section store and see what it looks like. All right, so we can explore sections. Like I told you, you can explore different sections, but of course you're gonna have to pay for these, right? And let me show you. So yeah, so now that it shows all the sections, the thing about this is you gotta pay per section that you want to use. That's how they make their money. But of course there are free sections, and so you can find free ones like here and just download the free ones, right? They're a little more simple, but they still help and they still convert, right? So we're gonna start using this once we start building our website out. Next is going to be the caching bundles, right? This is super important. The reason why is because you want to increase AOV and your conversion rate. You want to increase all of that and also give a good incentive for your buyers so that they can convert, right? For example, buy one, get one free, buy one, get two free, buy one, get 3 gifts free, whatever it is, right? But we're gonna go ahead and set this up and let's do the free trial. Okay, now that we have our caching bundles, we're gonna go ahead and activate the app embed inside Shopify. Same thing with the other app. Make sure to save it. Turn this on, and then press save. Now go back to caching bundles. You wanna start creating a bundle deal, okay? Now that we already have our product that we already set up in the last step, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a bundle. For example, let's do a BOGO deal, right? This is, I typically see these do pretty well. Or if you have a subscription app, right, then you want to add subscriptions. And that's going to be our next step, right? Once we choose this app, we're going to go ahead and start downloading Seal subscriptions as well. If you're doing subscriptions, make sure to add an app that does subscriptions. Seal, I don't know why it doesn't show up. Make sure to download the Seal subscriptions app, and then I'm gonna also show you how to set it up. Make sure to go through all this, proceed. Just do the free trial for now. All right, next is go to rules, right? First thing is going to rules. Create a rule, but before you do that, you want to enable the widgets, of course. Make sure you enable it in your shop. Go back to your online store, and it should allow you to enable the widgets over here. Boom. Now let's go back. One thing that I want to go over is creating the rules, right? This is super important. When you create the rules, this is how you make the subscriptions work, basically, right? So let's go ahead and do auto charging subscription rule, right? Subscribe and save. You can keep it the same. Delivery every. Select the product you want to choose, or you want to start selling with subscriptions, right? Instead of saying weekly subscriptions or monthly subscriptions, I like to do auto refills, right? Like that. So it sounds a little bit more natural. And then instead of weekly, we're gonna do monthly. And then for discount, we're gonna go ahead and do a fixed percentage or fixed amount discount. And that's gonna be $10. And then for discount, we're gonna go ahead and do a percent discount, and we're gonna do 10%, right? That's still pretty good. Then you want to save rule. And then go ahead and save and see the subscription. This is what the preview of the widget looks like. And of course, we're not going to be using this default widget. We're going to go ahead and use the caching bundles. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to disable this so that it doesn't show on the store and it's really ugly. So let me show you an example of what it looks like and how ugly it is. It looks very ugly, right? So in order to remove that, go ahead and go to seal subscriptions, go to settings, go to subscription widget, and then turn off the widgets for shop, right? So that you don't have this widget at all. Now we're gonna go back to caching bundles and choose the option and create a bundle. Go to the subscription offer here. And then this is where we're gonna start building out our bundle, right? Make sure that your bundle looks, okay, I don't know why the country viewing is Norway. Let's take it to United States. All right. Okay, now, first, visibility for all products or specific products. I like to just do specific product, choose that specific product, and let's check everything else. Looks good, looks good. Let customers choose different variants for each item. We don't have any variants, so we don't need that. Hide theme variant picker. Use product compare at price, okay. Show prices per item, no. Show prices without decimals, we don't need that. Skip cart and go to checkout directly, no, we don't want to skip the cart. Next is going to be, if you want to add low stock alert, you can if you want, but we're going to already have that later on. Okay, the style, right? Now we want to figure out what style do you want, which style fits better. I typically think this is ugly. This is pretty ugly. This one looks pretty clean. Well, actually, no, I like this one better. Just do simple. The more simple, the better. So there's no need for you guys to change too much stuff, right? Maybe later on you want to change it, but right now, change up the spacing and the padding a little bit to make sure it looks good for you, right? Then let's go ahead and go to style again and change the colors, right? The colors are going to be the colors of your brand. And so let's go back and find the colors of the brand. Where is it? Let's go back to here, content, go to files. And if you don't have the colors of your brand, you can add this extension called color picker, where you can pick the colors that you want here if you don't know the color, and then you can use this to basically figure out your hex code. All right, take it back here, and then border color, boom. Now it saves, and then you want to do the background color too, right? The background color of the label, I don't like the gray. Or no, that's actually that's different. Okay, that's the label. I would do the same color, this color, so it kind of pops out, right? And then for the actual bar text, I'll say keep it white. For the block title, keep it black. Select the background. I would typically do, I think white, gray. I think white is cool. White is cool. Card's background, I don't like the color, right? So what I'm probably gonna do is change it to, let me see. It's all about testing too, guys. Like, all the colors that you are choosing may not be perfect. It's all about testing to see which one looks better. You can test your colors like this, and then just experiments, right? So does white look better for the text? Maybe it does. Or does black? Maybe do white, right? So I'm leaning more white. Next is, let's make all of this text bold, right? So the block title, bold, subtitle, free gifts. Okay, let's make this bold, right? Label bold. All right, let's make this bold. Let's make this bold. Make all of this bold, right? All right, and if you want to add the sizes to be bigger, go ahead and do that. But right now we don't need that. Just make it simple, like I said. After that, I want to go ahead and go to discount volume. You don't need this. Countdown timer. If you want to add a countdown timer, go ahead, but it's not too necessary. But let's just add it for the sake of this. All right, we're gonna add a countdown timer and adjust it to your liking, right? What time duration you want, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I think this is good, right? Subscriptions. We have a subscription widget, so we're gonna go ahead and edit this. and it's not going to be delivered weekly. It's going to be auto refills, right? Auto refills. Subscribe and save 10% because that's our offer, which is 10%. And boom. Next is going to be progressive gifts. Don't want to add this. Now, your actual bundles. All right. And so buy one, get one free. I don't really like the BOGO that much. So what I want to do is add a different bar. I want to do quantity breaks instead of the BOGOs right here. All right. So let's say for one quantity, I'll go ahead and add these the rest ones. Hold on. All right. So for one quantity, let's go ahead and see what their competitors are doing first. Okay. So they're doing 3 offers, right? Buy one with the third, which is a 30-day supply. Then buy 2, which is a get one free, right? Which is the 90-day supply. Buy 3 and get 2 free, which is a 150-day supply, right? So we're gonna basically kind of copy what they're doing here, and then of course we can also copy this too, right? For example, ours said like bundle and save. We can say free shipping, right? So let's go back and edit this. Free shipping. All right, there you go. Free shipping. Now we're gonna go back to our bundle and do buy one, right? And the subtitle can be 30-day supply. Boom, easy. All right, next is going to be your badge, which is going to be your percent off, right? And we want to put percent off. Let's do saved percentage. No. So for badge text, actually, we're going to do what they're doing here. So they don't put anything for the badge here because you don't want people to buy the cheapest. You want people to buy more expensive ones so you can increase your AOV, right? So let's go back here. Let's go back here and change the badge text to nothing. The label, let's do the label as saved percentage. So let's see, it shows you how much they're saving, or you can do save amount, right? Or just do one of those. I would just do percentage. Boom. You buy one, you can get a 30-day supply, right? Next bundle is going to be, and of course you can add the image if you want, but there's already a product image. Next bundle is going to be 2, right? You can buy 2 and get 1 free. Buy 2, get 1 free. Right, buy 2, get 1 free. And as a subtitle, I would say that's a 90-day supply because that's 3 products. 90-day supply. Boom. Next, your pricing. You want to discount it, do 25% off, whatever it is you want to do. You don't need to do that. For badge text, you could do most popular, right? So you want people to buy the most popular one or the best deal one, which is going to be the 3rd offer, right? Next, your label, percent off saved. And I typically like to change percent off a little bit because it says 60% all throughout all of them. And so let's do, and I would just like manually do it. I would just say save 50%, no, 45% off. Save 45%, right? Fuck out, I'm so bad at texting today. Save 49%, right? 49%. Make sure to capitalize the save. All right, next is going to be our 3rd bundle, which is going to be buy 3 and get 2 free, right? So buy 3, get 2 free. Boom. That's going to be 150 days. Wait, so what? 30 times 5? Yeah, 150. So we're gonna do 150-day supply, like that. And then for the badge, best deal. Boom, right? And you want to make it look a little bit better. Like for the most popular one or the best deal one, you can do like star icon. Like just go to one of these apps here and save one of these stars. I like I like this one more here. I like this one a lot. Go back, do this, do that. Make it look a little bit better so that people are incentivized to buy this one, or even the second offer, right? And so for the actual label, you're gonna do save like 55%. Why not? 55%. And then you want to add a free gift. And that free gift, okay, it can be an ebook. And so the free gift is going to be free either ebook or an upsell product. For example, it could be, since it's like an age product, just do an ebook, right? So go to ChatGPT and give you a name for an ebook. Now, can you give me a short name for an ebook for this product? Boom. Nature Shield explain. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and choose this one, and then free this and that ebook. Boom. All right, they get a free ebook. So that when you add free gifts, you want to add free stuff to your offer, your bundles. It gives it a higher perceived value, right? You can also add free shipping. You can add whatever, but the whole thing already says free shipping, right? So boom, our bundle looks amazing, right? After that, you want to save it. So we have a bundle ready. Now you want to go to online store, and this is when we're going to start working on our actual website. So we're using the Horizon store, which is a basic free theme. But let's go ahead and start working on this, right? The homepage does not matter so much. Like, you can even just work on the product page first, and then whatever sections that you make from your product page, just add a few of those sections into your homepage, and maybe like add a cool image and some good text, copywriting. That's all you need, right? The homepage is pretty cool, but you're basically routing your customers to the product page, not your homepage. But you're still gonna want to make your homepage so that people who search it up, they're probably gonna see your homepage first. So the homepage is kind of important too, All right, now let's go ahead and go to your product page, and then let's do the mobile view. Always make sure you guys are building off of the mobile view, right? And so as you can see, right, you have your pricing. It looks kind of ugly. The design looks horrible. So what you want to do is go ahead and delete this pricing, right? Delete this price because there already shows the price right here. Next thing is going to be your product images, right? Like I said, on the last steps, I told you guys about how to make product images. This doesn't look as good, I'll tell you that. These product images don't look as good, but if you were to go ahead and go to here, you can follow the steps of their design, right? For example, if it's just a simple white background, make sure to add the free ebook design. Just take this to Canva, add a little box, put some text behind it, and make a little ebook image of your book, and add like a guarantee right here. Simple. Make sure you have your logo in here, and then the rest of your images, the rest 4 to 5 your images, just show supplement facts. You can easily make this with AI. For example, I already showed you guys this before, but if you guys want to make the exact same image, take this over to ChatGPT, screenshot this, and prompt ChatGPT to say, hey, can you make me this image, but add some different designs to it, make it a little bit different, right? And there's always ways to do things, right? All of this that you see were made with ChatGPT AI, right? So very simple. Make sure you guys have a very good product images, because that's super important. I'm not going to do that right now for the sake of this video, but I might have another video on that, on actually making very good product images, right? So now let's continue our actual website designing. Aged garlic extract. I see a few issues already, right? There's no reviews, right? Where are the reviews? The reviews should be on top of here, right? And let's go ahead and go back. Okay, well, let's go back and fix our title, because our title is a little bit too short. Aged garlic extract. They had aged garlic extract dash 7500 mg odorless, right? So we want to do that. So let's go back here. Dash 7500 mg odorless, right? To give it a little bit more context and description, right? Save. Next, what we're going to do is, let me see here. Go to our Elixir reviews and check out if the reviews have finished or not. Import reviews, where is it at? It's still in progress, so we will receive a report of our successful imports within an hour. It still has not finished, so we're gonna go ahead and just continue with our website development. All right, let's see here. All right, go mobile view, go here. You wanna go ahead and add a section. Go to apps, and you wanna add a star rating widget right here. And let's bring that up, drag this up all the way to the top right here. No, right below the product title, right above the product title. All right, I don't know why this is still here. This should be deleted. Delete that. There's a little section right here. Make sure to add a some USPs, right? So right below here, we're gonna add USPs. As you can see here, to add some USPs to basically give like a quick summary of what features the product may have, unique selling points, right? So you can ask ChatGPT to write you unique selling points are similar to that. So just screenshot this, take it to ChatGPT, basically ask, can you write me 4 to 5 unique USPs that are similar to these but different, because you don't want to copy exactly the same USPs because they're your competitor and they can probably take you down. So now that we have our USPs, copy all of this, or each one individually, and just copy and paste it. So let me find the actual USP block first. Let's see where we can add it here. But put this right here. Remove this divider because it's really annoying. All right, so now that we have our description, we want to go ahead and remove dynamic source and go to ChatGPT and copy and paste all of this in here. Boom. But there's too much space, so let's remove all that space. And they are a little bit weird, right? It does a little bit weird because it's too long. So what we want to do is ask it to make it shorter. Make them shorter. Make them shorter, but one thing I don't like is the emojis. So we're gonna remove the emojis and just do a simple check mark, vitality. And then we're gonna go ahead and go here, get check mark, emoji. No, not emoji, check mark, icon. There we go. Let's find a really good one here. I like this one, it's very simple, or even this one simple, but let's just do this one, just and see. Oh, that's too small, I don't like that one. Let's do this one. That one's a lot better. All right, now that we have our USPs saved, boom, looks a little bit better. Something's kind of missing though, right? In my opinion, something seems like it's missing. I do believe that the spacing is too close to each other. So let me see here. Spacing is a little bit too close. So I'm trying to figure out whether I can decrease the space or not. Maybe not, right? What we can do is go ahead and go back to the section store and look at some of the sections that we can probably use that fits in with this USP section that we're looking for. All right, so let's go to free sections. All right, so now I don't see any now. I think we can, yeah, I don't think there's any free ones that we can use. So we're just gonna go ahead and just continue with this. The padding's a little bit off, but we can fix it later on, right? This is what I mean, right? Make sure the spaces, I think that's too close. Why is, okay, Looks a little bit better, right? So it has USPs, which is good. Then we have our bundle, which is really important. Then make sure that it's not sold out. Make sure you have actual units. So if you go back here, go to products, make sure you have your units available, right? Just put an absurd amount. You're probably not gonna sell 10,000, and maybe you will, but I just put 10,000 just as a placeholder. All right, now that we have our bundle, make sure to, yep, look at this. It's where it works. You have an add to cart and a buy now button, right? For example, let's remove this. You don't want them to really see this because they know that it's a subscription, or they will see in the actual checkout page, right? So let's see if we can remove this. If not, then we'll just leave it there. Accelerate checkout. Let's customize this. Let's remove this. We'll just leave it how it is. It looks a little bit ugly, but we'll just leave it how it is. Now we're gonna go back to the section store and see what other sections we can add here. So now that we have a few sections finished and optimized, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this website by myself, just for the sake of this video, and you guys are gonna see a sped up version, and then I'll see you guys once I finish the website. Alright guys, so I just finished the website. It took a little bit of time, but I was able to refine it, get ideas and inspiration from the competitor website. Of course, this doesn't look perfect, right? For example, this padding doesn't look good, like the image I generated from AI doesn't look that great, but you can always improve it and make it better, right? Same thing with here. Just got the images from, some of these images from Pexels, stock images, and literally just what I did, as you can see, as you watch the time lapse, what I did was basically just screenshotted the competitor's description and feed it into the AI and just tell them to just remake it. Like remake it's not the exact same text, so they can't really DMCA you, and just use different images, right? And then I didn't finish this yet, but whenever you making a website, make sure you add at least 2 image with text sections, right? So that they can understand what more about the product. And at the end, put some, use authority, right? You got to use authority. So that's why I put like an image of a doctor or a pharmacist showing research, right? You got to use authority and also back up your knowledge. And then here, put like some guarantees, right? For example, like 30-day guarantee. You can also put best quality and so. Like, of course, put some description on top of that, right? Then your FAQs, I would add at least 5 minimum FAQs at the bottom. And I would say like add like 2 or 3 FAQs right here that are talking about like specifications, how to use it, like instructions, and also like third one, ingredients, or even a fourth one, shipping and return policy, right? And so after you do all of that, after you do the FAQs, make sure you have your reviews, right? You can't see the reviews. I did upload like around 500 reviews, but you don't see it because like I'm dealing with some kind of glitch. But basically the reviews should look something like, not like this. There should be like a bunch more reviews under here, but you can basically fake it, right? You could basically fake all the reviews. If there's a section called testimonials here, look, if you go back down here and there's a testimonial section, where is it at? If your theme has a testimonial section, make sure to use it and add as much testimonies as possible so that you can build trust. You want to add trust so that people will believe that your product works and it will make them want to buy your product, okay? Make sure you have your review solidified. Make sure you have your logo at the bottom, footer, a little short description, and then your policies, and that should be it, right? And the same thing, everything you make here, just add a few sections to your homepage. I haven't done it yet, but just add a few sections and your website should be ready. And after this, the next step is going to be making the ads and launching the ads, right? So I'll see you guys in the next step. All right, guys, next up, last but not least, is the creative strategy and launching the ads. How do you run ads? How do you make the ads? And so on, right? This is the most important part of your e-commerce launching. So basically, a lot of you guys may not know by now, but Meta did do a Andromeda update for ads a few months ago. And so, of course, this affected the ad performance a lot and how we run ads and how they find winners, right? Meta's ads delivery now favors creative diversity and broad automation. The creative system rapidly matches distinct concepts and formats to micro cohorts inside your broad audience. Old playbooks, tiny creative tweaks, many fragmented ad sets, they underperform, right? Win by consolidating structure, feeding the algo lots of truly different ads, and tightening your signals. Make cut or keep decisions in 3 to 4 days, not 7 to 10 days, and keep steady cadence of new concepts each month. Basically, the whole idea of this new update is they want you to become a better ad strategist. They want you to make better creatives, right? Instead of just running 5 different iterations and making little tweaks in the ad, that's not gonna work at all. That's not gonna do well because that's just like you're wasting money, and also it's just like it's making everything underperform. And so they're making everything to where you need to make every single of your ads completely different and they will favor them. Right? That's it. Make the angle completely different, the hooks, the concepts, everything different, and they'll favor your ads as long as they're different, you know? All right, next is going to actually, how do you create the ads, right? First, we gotta have research, right? You gotta do some research on the actual market, the actual ads, their competitors, right? Like I said, the research should already be done from the last step with the 4 foundational documents: the belief, the offer, the avatar, and the deep research documents, right? The outline, right? Outline is where you basically just write everything down, your ideas on your ads, right? Like a little brief summary, and then come to scripting, right? Next is actually scripting your whole ad. After scripting is done, then you take over that script over to 11 Labs for an AI voice, right? You want to choose a good AI voice that fits your brief, your script. Next, we gotta source clips. How can we make a video if we don't have any clips, right? You gotta source clips from stock websites or even from competitors, you know, or even generate them through AI. Next is CapCut edits, right? So this is where we take everything that we found and source them, or not source them, but bring them over to CapCut and start editing your video. All right, guys, so in this step, we're gonna go over creative strategy. Now, what is creative strategy, right? In simple terms, a creative strategy is the master plan behind how a brand communicates its message through marketing and advertising. It bridges the gap between brand goals and creative execution, basically answering what to say, how to say, and why it matters. It's all about understanding customer psychology, ad psychology, how to structure an ad correctly, and how to put the right messaging behind the ad so to where you convey to the customer a certain pain point or a desire or an outcome, right? And so that's the whole point of creative strategy, is to do all of that and make the ads for you to launch, okay? Now, how do you do creative strategy and what are the steps, right? Step number 1 is customer research. We're gonna go over customer research and see exactly what the actual market is. Like, how big is the market, any trends going on, and just understand the customer more, the target avatar, right? Number 2, swiping ads, right? When you swipe ads, you gotta swipe ads with intent. For example, if you're looking for an ad that it's targets for a specific angle, like for example, once we do customer research, we will understand what kind of ad we want to look for. Let's say, for example, for Garlium, we want to look for middle-aged people who have heart disease or who have a high blood pressure, right? And so you want to find and swipe ads from competitors, right, that have similar products or similar niches, and look at the ads that are targeting that angle, right? Swipe ads with intent. Step number 3 is scripting, right? I have a GPT AI that you guys can use for scripting ads, right? And I basically feed it everything. I feed it the Eugene Schwartz marketing principles, and a bunch of documents and information so that the AI is warmed up for you to use and use it for certain awareness levels and just make good scripting. All right. Step number 4 is sourcing content. Okay. There's many different ways to source content, and I'll go over that with you guys in later on. Step number 5 is doing the AI voiceover and then the avatar. All right, you need to find a good AI voice and an avatar that fits the target demographic that we're going for. And then last but not least is step number 6. We're gonna be editing the video and finalizing the video for it to be launched on ads. Okay. Now, first step is going over to customer research. And to do customer research, I use Claude. So let's go ahead and go to Claude. And so when it comes to Claude, right? Earlier on in the video, I know you guys saw me doing some foundational documents so I can understand the customer more. But what we're gonna do here is actually show you how to do it, right? First things first is take the competitor's website right here. All right, this is the competitor's website. Copy and paste their website over to Claude. Next thing you do is search, say, analyze. Can you analyze this product and website? Tell me everything about the market and everything. I don't know. Anything you think. Sorry, my spelling is horrible. You think would be good for me. All right. Now, once it's loading, it's gonna fetch every single information from the store. It's gonna do product research. It's gonna do research on the product, the market, the competitors, everything, right? It gives you all a rundown exactly on what it is so that you can easily run through it and read it and understand what the product is and what it does, right? And then you use this research to make foundational documents, right? First document is going to be the offer brief, right? And then the core beliefs, then the research paper, the deep market research, and then the target avatar, right? So now it goes over the product analysis, what they're selling, some red flags and observations, likely dropshipping, yes, exactly. Market opportunity, basically going over the market value and why it's growing. So basically doing market research competitors. And then now after they have all this, now you want to go ahead and type, now after knowing all of this info, can you create me these 4 foundational document papers so I can feed into AI chats in the future when needed. All right, like I said, the 4 foundational documents are deep market research, target avatar, core beliefs, and offer brief. Okay. Now, as this runs through, I'm gonna kind of explain what these 4 foundational documents are. Right. First thing is market research. Right. The deep market research, it goes over market value, US markets, the demographics, the key drivers for this product and why it has such potential, right? And it goes over some, I don't know, let me see, some market leaders, like the competitors that we can go into, like the big competitors that of course like we can look into to see how they're doing. All right. Okay, well, is it regulated? It goes deep into the product analysis, pricing analysis as well, give you some pricing ideas so you can use some pricing and psychology, right? I would recommend you guys to actually read through all of this instead of just skimming through it and just skipping all of this, right? Definitely read through all of it because it's super valuable and you can learn a lot. It gives you like the seasonality, like which seasons are the best times to buy or sell this product, right? But honestly, this is an evergreen product. I think this would do very well. Now we go into target avatar, okay? The target avatar that we're focusing on are old people, like elders, right? At least 50 years old, because typically people around that age have more heart problems, high blood pressure. As you can see here, high blood pressure, medications maybe on 1-2 subscriptions, blood pressure, cholesterol, and thyroid. Borderline high blood pressure, cholesterol creeping up, and then fatigue, right? Target demographic is female. This could be for male as well, but I guess it's for female. 65% of supplement buyers, which is female. Okay, well, that's good. I didn't know that, but now I know. Income around $65,000 to $100,000. Bachelor's degree, blah, 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 blah. Marital, married or divorced, adult children. And then professional life, health profile, we looked at it already. Values and beliefs, just look at the psychology of these customers, and actually doing all of this customer research, you understand more about the customer than they know about themselves, right? Now you gotta tap into that market and show them why this product is such a good product for them and why it can help them, right? So we're gonna keep going here. Trigger events, what triggers can honestly cause that. Success metrics, blood pressure readings improve. Secondary avatar. All right, so it shows a second avatar for you guys as well. Male. Okay, this time is male. And then we're gonna keep going. Do they give a third avatar? Oh, damn, they give a third avatar, but this time it's middle age. Okay, so like I said before, when a product has multiple different angles and avatars, it's very scalable and has a high testing power. Okay, now document number 3 is going to be core beliefs, right? What is core beliefs? Well, it basically you help understand more about the beliefs of the customer. Like for example, let's read this. Our North Star belief: aging doesn't mean accepting decline. With the right nutrition and scientific understanding, every person deserves to feel vital, strong, and in control of their cardiovascular health well into their later years. All right, that's the philosophy of the brand foundation, right? Core belief number 1, for example, what we believe is the most powerful medicine is the one you never need. We believe in empowering people to take control of their heart health before crisis strikes. So you basically put that kind of fear in them that makes them want to buy the product, that supplement, because it helps them take control of their heart health before like anything bad happens. Because around that age, the old age, like anything bad can happen, and it's gonna go wrong. Anything can go wrong. Core belief number 2, going over the science, quality, right? Convenience enables consistency. Basically going over a bunch of like objections that customer may have, right? And so this is super important. A lot of core beliefs, which is amazing. Now, document number 4 is going to be your offer brief, right? This one's pretty short, but it basically goes over how to position your product, what product name should do, right? Some tag names for your marketing. Offer number 1, maybe you can do 1 month supply, which is 30 soft gels, and a price point of $35.95, which is pretty decent, right? What's included: 30 odorless soft gels, digital heart health guide. Like you can give a PDF, like an ebook, right? I sell I have a current offer on a current brand where I sell like an ebook, right? I sell an ebook, and the more you give, the higher perceived value that bundle or that product has, right? So this is super, super solid advice here. Make sure to take all this advice and test these offers that they're giving you here, so that All right, now we have all of that. What we're gonna do now is take each one of them document number 1. Where is it at? Scroll all the way down. Take document number 1, go to Google Doc. Let's see here. All right, let's go to Google Doc. Copy and paste. Boom. Name it. File. Oh shit. File. Download and PDF. Boom. Now next document. Boom. New document. Document number 2 is going to be target avatar. Okay. Target avatar is going to be this one. Copy and paste. Name it. File. Download PDF. Boom. Next one. Core beliefs. Download PDF. Done. New one. Last one is going to be offer brief. Download this. Okay, there we go. That one's done. Name it. PDF. Download. Boom. Boom. Now that we have all of it, right? Do customer research, do product research, understand the product and your customer more before we make any ads or do any marketing, right? Now, that's the first step. Second step is swiping ads. Now we're gonna do find ads for competitors and see what ads we wanna kind of replicate, right? Now, what are we trying to go for? Let's just say, for example, we wanna go for the target avatar, we can go for people who are like just a male. Like, let's go for a male that could possibly have. Let's go female. Actually, let's go female that could possibly have high blood pressure. She's old, at least 50 years old. All right, let's go ahead and go to the ads. All right, let's take a layer. Go to Facebook ad library, like so. Make sure to do all and delete all the extra stuff and just keep the domain, okay? Delete everything. Now what we want to do is swipe the ads. Let's look through some of these ads here. Let's scroll down and see exactly what we can do. All right, let's see. Any videos of a female?
If you're over 50 with stubborn blood pressure that won't budge, this 8-week timeline will shock you. Here's exactly what happens when you take aged garlic extract. Wake up dreading that morning blood pressure check, wrap the cuff around your arm expecting another awful 158/95, but you see 148/88 instead. You check it again thinking your monitor's broken, same result. For the first time in months, you're not panicking about your numbers. Your spouse says you stopped obsessing over that blood pressure machine. You're not checking your numbers 3 times a day anymore because they're actually staying normal. The constant anxiety eating you alive, it's backing off. You're not jumping every time you feel your heartbeat. You walk into your doctor's office grinning and show them 122/79. Perfect numbers. They stare at your results and ask, what changed? You smile and say, I finally found garlic that doesn't make me burp. No more Lysol daily, no embarrassment. In 8 weeks, you're going to have your confidence back and normal blood pressure readings. Your heart will thank you. Order now. If you're over...
Damn, so very solid video. I mean, there's a reason why they still have this ad active since August 28th, because this is their winning ad, most likely. Of course, all you see is a bunch of clips from AI, stock videos, and stuff like that. You can create all these clips with AI, but also source some of these from like YouTube or TikTok. And so now we gotta find the script. So I think this would be good because this targets the high blood pressure. Okay. Now we swipe the ad that we want. Now what do? Right, first thing we do is try to, let's see. All right, so next thing you're gonna do is once we find the ad, we're gonna click on the actual video, open it up full screen, right click, do inspect, go over to inspect. Now hover over this video and you should see this link right here. Now what we wanna do is copy and paste this link. Copy and paste this link, boom. Exit out of this. All right, exit out of this. Go to another tab. Then enter. Now you should be able to download this video. All right. Now save video as, all right, as whatever. Like you could do Garlium add 1 or add, right? Boom, save.
If you're over 50 with stubborn jumping every time you feel your heartbeat, you walk into your doctor's office grinning and show them 122.
So what we're gonna do is take this ad. Let's see, we're gonna copy and paste this link. Copy and paste this link. Take it over to Claude and see what they can do here. Open a new chat. Can you send me the transcript of this video? Let's see if Claude can give us a good one. Looks like Claude cannot do this. Let me see. Can you give me the transcript of this video? Boom. Alright guys, so what we want to do is take this URL, this video that we just took over, take it over to Otter AI. You can make an account for free. Now import this video that you just downloaded. Now let it transcribe. I'll follow you back after it finished. Alright, so now that it's done transcribing,
You're over 50 with stubborn blood pressure that won't budge. This ain't.
now you have the full transcript, right? Now you want to copy this whole transcript, take it over to Claude, right? Let's make a new chat here. Let's upload all the 4 foundational documents that we made, okay? Now, basically what you want to do is paste that script. Now with this script, oh, now that I think about it, I have a GPT. All right, let's go to my chat GPT model that I made. Go over to add script strategist. Okay, now what we're gonna do here, I already warmed it up and I gave it everything. Right, I gave it all the awareness solutions, awareness levels, and also the marketing book and a bunch of other information that it's gonna need when it comes to creating strategy. Okay, now what you want to do is just type anything. Hey, I need scripts. All right, now it's automated. It's gonna say absolutely, I can create scripts that combat the Andromeda update, but before I can generate any scripts, I must follow your required workflow as your add script strategist GPT. Right now you said, hey, I need scripts, but according to your custom instructions. Now step number 1 is first insert the product link. Right, so the product link is going to be this competitor over here. Insert this. All right, next step is going to be, and basically when you insert it, they're going to analyze the product and do all their research, right? Step number 2 is going to provide them the 4 documents. Then the next steps. Okay, let's go ahead and send them the competitor website. Then the 4 documents that we made, and boom, send. Perfect. You've now provided all 4 required documents plus your product URL, breakthrough advertising, deep market research, target avatar, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Step number 1 is product identification, aged garlic. Okay. Basically identify what the product is, right? Now, step number 2 is doing the product research. Number 3, competitor insights, market awareness stages to understand the awareness stages of the specific product. Okay. Now read through all this, is super important. Meta Andromeda implication and why it's important for this product. Next step is ready to start strip concepts. Because you've now given everything, I can now generate 8 market angles per breakthrough advertising. For each angle, I can make 40 to 60 50 seconds, 3 to 5 minutes, 7 to 10 minute scripts. Okay, tailored towards Meta Andromeda creative strategy. And then before I generate scripts, choose your direction. Which style should I start writing first? All right. First of all, problem A, right? Heart issues often start silently. Here's what most people don't realize. Number B, your blood pressure numbers are creeping up. Now what? Solution aware angle. You've heard aged garlic extract can help, but not all are equal. Letter D, Product aware angle. Here's why CardioGuard's 24-month aging process outperforms typical garlic supplements. And then most aware is going to be, if you're comparing aged garlic brands, here's the clinical difference. So the thing is with all of these angles, right? There's so many different angles, which is amazing, right? This is amazing. But let's start with the first and easiest angle, which is the unaware angle. This is more top of funnel, where no one at all knows anything about their solution, their problems, or your product or your brand, right? So this is gonna be your first ad. So you want to make people aware of your product, right? So these solution aware, product aware, these angles right here are more middle funnel, where they're aware of the solution, but they don't know what solution to go for. They're aware of your product, but they don't know why they should go with you, right? And so this is your first ad, so let's start off with letter A, okay? Letter A is heart issues. So what we're gonna do here is, which angle do you want to script first? I want letter A angle, and I want only 40 to 60 second video scripts. I have swiped a competitor winning ad script. I would like you to analyze this script and also make a new script based on this winning script. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and return and see what they can give us. Absolutely, I'm ready to create problem unaware, 40, 60 second. Please do one of these. Paste the competitor script directly here or upload it as a file. Once I have it, I will, step number 1, analyze the winning script. Oh, I didn't even upload the... Step number 1, analyze the winning scripts. Step number 2, create multiple brand new 40 to 60 second scripts based off the angle and what we give them. Okay, now paste the link. Oh, paste the script actually. Let's go back and paste this. Where is it? Fuck. Okay. All right. Now it's going to analyze the script, and here's a full breakdown. A full breakdown of why this script works. 3 new 40-second, 60-second problem unaware scripts written for your brand voice, aligned with breakthrough advertising. 100% meta, optimized, compliant with supplement nesting rules. All right. Competitor script analysis. Why this script works. It opens with a silent fear trigger. Right. This is a classic problem unaware to problem aware transition, which is exactly what we want. Right. This is exactly why this is a winning ad, because it goes from unaware to aware. Okay. And now it's very classic. This is super important. The viewer isn't thinking about heart health, but the ad forces a recognition moment. If you're over 50 with stubborn blood pressure, so they're saying if you're over 50, so they don't know about their issue yet, but it's targeting that audience, right? This stops the scroll because it calls out an age, a symptom, and a frustration, right? Now, number 2 of why this works, it uses lived experience storytelling. This is a critical, instead of talking about benefits, it shows them through a timeline. Morning cuff routine, panic checking, unexpected lower numbers, spouse noticing a change, or even doctor reaction. This sequence creates emotional resonance over to hope and over to relief, right? Number 3 is it intensifies the emotional pain. When you intensify the emotional pain, when you spark emotion in a customer within the ad, it makes them want to dive deeper into their symptoms and why they need this product, why they may need this product, okay? Number 4 is it positions the mechanism as the hero. Mechanization equals the new angle. For example, garlic aged exactly 20 months. The mechanism is why this product is different than any others, okay? Number 5 is the strong risk reversal and future pacing. All right, for example, we give a 30-day guarantee, transformation, and why it's gonna happen and why this can help them out, builds relief and confidence. And so your scripts must be different, right? Must be completely different, make new angles with the angle that we went for, but also using the scripts, using the kind of the idea script from the competitor, right? Script number 1 is the silent numbers problem, okay? The concept is people don't know their numbers are slipping until symptoms show. All right, most people are over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches, no warning, just slowly rising numbers. You don't notice until one day you check your monitor and think, when did this get so high? At first you blame stress, then salt, then age, but the real enemy, a stiffening cardiovascular system that's been changing quality for years. And just go over everything, and basically ends up being like around 60 seconds, and that's it. Right? Review all these ads, but in today's video, of course, we're gonna make only one ad, okay? Now, I like this first one, so we're gonna go ahead and choose this one. Now that we have found our script we wanna make, we go ahead and go over back to here. We already did number 2 and step number 3. Now, step number 4 is sourcing all the content. How are we gonna source the content, okay? Well, like I said, there are different ways to source content. Number 1 is sourcing content from stock videos. Number 2, by searching it up on Google, right? Number 3, searching it up on social media like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Number 4 is creating those videos or B-roll clips with AI. Number 5 is taking some clips from competitors, right? And so we're gonna go ahead and do a few of these. All right, guys, so now what we want to do is, I forgot to bring this in, but make sure to ask the GPT prompt to give you visuals, B-roll visuals that you can use. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tell the GPT, all right, I like the first script and I want to focus on that one first. Right now, what you want to say is, now, can you add B-roll visuals in text for each line or scene, each line, and add some description for each line, like a prompt. All right, now we'll see what it cooks up. Okay, so first line is going to be B-roll slow motion shot of quiet morning kitchen, sunlight coming through window, calm soft morning light, close up of a person opening a drawer and pulling out a blood pressure cuff. So yeah, now that we have all of the scenes, we're gonna take them one by one. Okay, let's take this one over here and take it over to Reef. Okay, let's make an image with Reef. Copy and paste this. Now prompt style is going to be calm, soft, morning mood. Make sure you guys do your aspect ratio 9:16 for your video ads. You can make, I'll say do 3. Make 4 images is fine. Once it's creating, you want to go ahead and choose the ones that you like. Or what you could have done is click on one of these, right, like that, and add old man to the picture. Right, custom 9:16, make sure that's that. Now enter. Now let's find one that we could probably work with, right? Maybe this one. Let's work with this one. So let's click on this one. You like the image, save it, download it, right? Now you want to take that exact same one, take it over to Higgsfield, upload the image, and then for the model, use High-Low 2.3 actually, 2.3, do 10 seconds, do the highest resolution, and for the prompt, use the same prompt that we did up here. Right, same exact prompt. Boom, and then paste it. Now we let it generate and see what it comes up with. Alright guys, so now that the video is done creating, let's see what it does. It looks like, and boom, looks good. So you want to download this clip. All right, download this clip, and then you want to keep going for the rest of these lines right here. All right, for the rest of these, make more clips, but you can also find some of these through the other methods. Like for example, search up on Google, close-up of a person 50-70 opening a drawer and pulling out a blood pressure cuff. Find one from YouTube. Boom. Alright. Maybe not that one. That guy looks too young. Right, there's a bunch of videos from iStock that you can find, right? Go to Shutterstock or iStock. Let's go here, visit. Or you can also, if these cost, which they probably do, I typically like to go to pexels.com, look for videos, and then type in the exact same in here. Now there's a few that you can take, but try go for vertical videos. And to be honest, Pexels is cool, but it's a free site and they might not have the best. That's why if you were to go to images or even go back to the search bar, right? If searching it up on Pexels doesn't work, you can search it up on the actual Google like this. Look at images and find some images, right? Find some of these images and basically download these images and take it over to Higgsfield, right? Take it over to Higgsfield, add the image, and then just give it a simple prompt saying to animate this, or ask the AI to give a simple prompt, or just copy and paste the same prompt, and boom, you have a motion video from a static that you just found, right? And so do that. Alright guys, now that we have sourced all of our clips that we need, next step is going to be doing the AI voiceover and the AI avatar, right? First thing we're gonna do is go over to ArcAds. So ArcAds does cost money, and that's why I recommend you guys to pay for ArcAds, because if you guys are gonna be making ads, ArcAds will be the way to go. I think a cheaper variant would be HeyGen, right? So you guys can also use HeyGen, but I personally like to use ArcAds. Both are pretty good, but maybe I think HeyGen is a little bit cheaper, and so definitely go for HeyGen if it's cheaper, right? But I do ArcAds just because I've always used it. But all right, now let's find talking actors, right? Let's find an actor. All right, let's add an actor and find an actor that basically aligns with our target avatar, right? Let's do male, okay? Male, let's do senior male, okay? Now, which male would kind of fit with our script? Let's see here. I think the male that would script well would be this one. This guy looked like he has high blood pressure.
Hey you, welcome to ArcAds.
So we're
I'm one of the natural AI actors you can use for your ads.
All right, so
Hey
we're gonna select this avatar, add actors, then let's take in your script. Okay, let's find our script again back here. All right, let's copy and paste this exact script that we have here. Paste the script. And then let's change. Okay, now we're just gonna let it upload. Okay, let it upload. If you want to add any emotions, of course you can. But let's keep it simple for now. Let's see what it's generating for sure. Okay, well, it adds some emotions, which is pretty cool. And so we're gonna go ahead and do one and let it upload. This is gonna take a little minute, so let's let it sit and let's wait. Alright guys, so now that the video is done, let's take a look at it.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches, no warning, just slowly rising numbers you don't notice until one day you check your monitor and think, when did this get so high? At first you blame stress, then salt, then age, but the real enemy? A stiffening cardiovascular system that's been changing quietly for years. And here's the part nobody tells you. Your numbers don't usually jump overnight, they creep. But something incredible happens within weeks, so your heart actually gets what it needs. One tiny soft gel a day, no smell, no embarrassment, just support your heart can feel. Anymore. It'll be supported.
So, to be honest, that's a really good AI video, and I like it. So now we're gonna take this. We have the AI voice. We also have the AI avatar. And so that's step number, what is it called? Number 5, now last step is going to be editing. And so we're going to take this video and let's see, is it downloaded? Nice, okay. Now let's take it over to CapCut and we're going to start editing this video, okay? Guys, make sure you add all your clips, right? And once you add your clips, make sure to add your clips to the bottom, right? All your AI clips, all your B-roll clips down at the bottom, then add your AI avatar at the top. And for the sake of the video, I did add some of my own clips, but I did add some clips from the competitor just to save some time here. And what we're gonna do here is first review the script, right? Review this actual avatar and clip out some pauses, right? As you can see, there's a bunch of gaps right here, and you want to split those up so that there's not a lot of pauses. You want to make it seem as realistic as possible, okay? So first one is going to be
Isn't pain.
split that like so, and then drag this to the beginning, like that. Let's see.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches.
Okay, well, that one's a little bit too much.
Trouble isn't pain, it's silence.
And so, like I said, no big pauses. You want to make as natural as possible. It helps, like, the less pauses, the better, because it helps keep the momentum going. To also, like, keep people on their toes. Like, okay, what's the next thing they're gonna say? Instead of pausing, and it's just waste of time on the actual video, but also it just doesn't intrigue the viewers, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up, and then you guys will see the finished product of this avatar clipped up.
Isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches, no warning, then age. But the real enemy, a stiffening cardiovascular system. Cardiovascular system that's free for 30 days. Your heart won't be silent anymore. Silent anymore. It'll be supported.
All right, now I have finally clipped out all the bad parts, and I want to show you like a little, what it looks like.
Just feeling, and a calm they haven't felt in years. The difference? Aged garlic extract, but not the cheap stuff at the grocery store. I'm talking about 24-month aged, odorless extract designed for maximum.
So you guys notice that is more fast-paced. That's exactly what you're trying to go for, because before it was just so many pauses and it just looked really fake. And so now that we have this avatar clipped up, oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Now that we have this avatar clipped up, now we gotta clip up our clips and fit them to certain lines of the video, and I'm gonna show you after it's done. I'm gonna do a time lapse and you guys can slow it down and check it out, okay? Next thing we do after we finish editing our avatar, now what we're gonna do is try to fit all these clips down here to our actual AI avatar and actually show them in the video, right? For this next clip, if you want to show and remove this and show the actual B-roll clip, what you want to do is click on that clip and go to auto removal. Of course, you're gonna have to have CapCut Pro. This is essential when it comes to editing. You need the auto removal so that you can remove the background and then drag this avatar all the way down to the corner like this, right? So that he's still talking. And let's look at this.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart.
All right, next is for this part. If you want to change to a different clip, then let's clip this part and delete the last half. And then for this clip, this last clip, we're gonna go ahead and bring it down to this corner, and we want to do another remove background like so, but this time we move it to the left side. The reason why we move from the right side to the left side of the clip, oh wait, left side to the right side to the left side of the clip, because it keeps the engagement. Like having it on just one side, it's just like too ugly, right? And so what we're gonna do is watch it and see what it looks like.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches, no warning, just slowly rising numbers.
And so we're gonna go ahead and find some clips in here that could possibly match with these clips. And so let's see here. Okay, so now let's take a look at the first two clips that we did.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble.
And so we have an issue, right? So if you're getting clips from your competitor, you're probably gonna have some captions right here, right? So it looks kind of ugly. So what we're gonna do here is go to effects, go to video effects and search up blur effect, and then click on blur.
Heart trouble isn't pain.
Then click on the plus sign, then you want to drag this right below here. And then, let's see. Wherever the text starts, let's go ahead and drag all the way to the end of the clips. And then to actually change the clipping, right, you want to go ahead and do mask, right? So you can basically make it to where it only shows it only blurs a certain area. So add mask, do rectangle, and then what you want to do is fit it right here, and just fit it with the whole box of the text like that, like so, right? And so scroll through this and make sure that it blurs out all of the content. Oh, you probably can't see it. Can we lock this? Let me see. All right, so we're gonna deactivate the clip so that we can see the clips down below. And so as you can see, all the text is blurred out for the competitors, and it just looks better, right? There is a way to completely remove it so that it doesn't show any text at all. I don't have the software. I don't know the software. I will figure it out and I'll show you guys. But so far, I think this is good enough. And so we're gonna do that. Let's unblur, right? Make sure let's unblur all this. Oops. Let's select all of this and unlock it. Activate the clip. Yes. All right, now that these are blurred, right, you can go ahead and start clipping all of these clips at the bottom so that it aligns with each of these lines of from the avatar. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna show you guys the finished results, and I'm gonna make sure you guys see the actual time lapse of me doing it. Oh guys, also another thing that I wanted to mention as well is that you don't even have to blur all the clips that has the text, right? What you can do is just move the video, like crop the text out and just zoom in, and you don't even have to have the blur in there, like right here. Let me go ahead and lock all these clips first so that I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So you can, let's deactivate all these. And so what I mean is, this clip right here, all I literally did was I zoomed in. The text was right here, and I blurred it out, but it just looks weird. Like, especially if you're using competitors' clips, like this is gonna show throughout all the video, right? So it's better that if you're gonna blur it, don't blur on all of them. What you can do on the clips is zoom in, right? I zoomed in on all these clips, and it doesn't even show the text at all. And look, of course it might look as a little bit ugly because it's too zoomed in, but maybe some of them you don't even need to zoom in that much, and still just maybe a few clips you can have the text in there and blur it out, but not for all of them, right? You can literally just zoom in and it still looks good, in my opinion. And so same thing with this one, zoom all the way in, drag it all the way down like so, and yeah, and then like that. Looks good. And though not all of these need to be blurred out, so we're gonna cut off where we don't need it to be blurred out right here, and then boom, delete, and then let's check it out. Well, let's unlock all these actually. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this video, and then I'll show you guys what the finished product is. Alright guys, now I have finally finished clipping up the video and fitting everything with the avatar, and let's watch and see how it looks.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches, no warning, just slowly rising numbers you don't notice until one day you check your monitor and think, when did this get so high? At first you blame stress, then salt, then age, but the real enemy? A stiffening cardiovascular system that's been changing quietly for years. And here's the part nobody tells you. Your numbers don't usually jump overnight, they creep. But something incredible happens when you start supporting your heart the right way. Within weeks, people report steadier readings, less of that tight chest feeling, and a calm they haven't felt in years. The difference? Aged garlic extract, but not the cheap stuff at the grocery store. I'm talking about 24-month aged, odorless extract designed for maximum absorption so your heart actually gets what it needs. One tiny soft gel a day. No smell, no embarrassment, just support your heart can feel. Try it risk-free for 30 days. Your heart won't be silent anymore. It'll be supported.
Now, you guys notice how it's more fast-paced. Most of the clips align with the avatar in line of what he's saying. Of course, it's not the perfect ad. It's not the most perfect, but it gets the job done. And I know you guys can do a lot better at putting the clips together, finding the right clips. But this is just for the sake of this video. And even then, I think this video was still a good ad. Next thing is like the last thing. One of the last things I would like to add is captions, right? And so what we want to do is go to text, go to captions, and go to, where is it? Generate captions, like so. Wait, I want to choose templates first. What would look good, guys? Maybe.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first 50 don't realize the most people over 50.
I don't like that. So choose one that would fit, because I don't think, okay, this one would look good.
Most people over 50 don't realize the
No, I don't like that one. Let's do.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first. Most people over 50 don't realize the first.
This one might be clean. I think I like this one. So I'm gonna add this text here and just generate it. Can I generate this?
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart.
I'm tripping. So we're gonna click on this template here. Oh, I lost it.
Trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No. Trouble isn't pain, it's silence.
Ooh.
No headache.
I like this purple one, so I'm gonna go with this purple one.
Trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headache. Trouble isn't pain, it's silence. Trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No head. trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headache, trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No head.
Okay, I like this one, so I'm gonna generate the captions and let's see what it comes up with.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No.
Actually, it's fine, right? It's not a big of a deal. Not every single thing needs a caption, but at least the majority of video has a caption. So let's review this video and see how it is.
Most people.
Oh, one more thing is I like to add text captions at the top so that people understand what the thing is about. So what I want to do is go back to AI and ask for a hook text. Now, can you give me a hook text headline I can put at the top of the video for the first 3 to 5 seconds that relate to the angle? I like this headline here. Most people over 50 miss this early warning sign. So this is a really good top of funnel text that you can do. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add a text, default text. Type in our text here. And then font size. I don't like how it does that. Okay. Do it like this. And then let's add a bubble. Add a bubble. Let's do a bubble and let's see. And let's change the font to something like this. I think that font would do really well. And then for the color of the font, let's do red. All right, let's try doing red. Oh, where is red? This way. Okay. Most people over 50 miss this early. Maybe not the bubble. Maybe we can just do this. And I like that text a lot better, right? We can just add that for the first, who knows, like 5 seconds of the video. And let's see how it looks.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches, no warning.
Yeah, it looks good. So I like the video. And so let's review the finished product. I think the total video is around 55 seconds. So let's see what it looks like.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain, it's silence. No headaches, no warning, just slowly rising numbers you don't notice until one day you check your monitor and think, when did this get so high? At first you blame stress, then salt, then age. But the real enemy? A stiffening cardiovascular system that's been changing quietly for years. And here's the part nobody...
One thing that I just noticed is that some of the text is covering the AI avatar. So what we want to do is we can reposition the text here.
Most people over 50 don't realize the first sign of heart trouble isn't pain.
All right, let's watch it.
Not the cheap stuff at the grocery store. I'm talking about 24-month aged, odorless extract designed for maximum absorption so your heart actually gets what it needs. One tiny soft gel a day. No smell, no embarrassment. Just support your heart can feel. Try it risk-free for 30 days. Your heart won't be silent anymore. It'll be supported.
Boom. Now that that's finished, next is download the video. And I want you guys, every time you guys make a batch of ads, make around 3 to 5, make around 3 ads and then launch it and test. Typically I like to do 5, but yeah, work on making 3 to 5 ads, like very solid ads like this, then get ready to launch them. Download each of these ads. Let's export them. All right, once you guys are finished with your video, you're gonna go ahead and export it. Okay, make sure to name it like Garlium ad 1, right? Make sure to name it so that it's organized. Highest resolution, 4K, frame rate 60 FPS, boom, done, export. And then once we're done exporting our videos, we're gonna go ahead and go to the next step and launch your ads and what assets on Facebook you need to set up and sign up for. Not sign up for, but create so that you can launch your ads on your Shopify store. All right, guys, so now that we have our ad ready, what is next? We gotta launch the ads and how to set up the campaigns. First thing you gotta do is search up Meta Business Manager. Okay. Click on the first one. Then you want to log in. I already logged in, but you want to log in with your Facebook profile, right? Whatever, if you don't have a Facebook profile, go to Facebook and create yourself a profile. Then you want to go to Business Manager and log in with your Facebook profile. All right. First thing is look over here. All right. You have a bunch of tabs on the left side. You really only need to worry about your business portfolio. When you first when you first log into your profile, you're gonna have this right here. This is gonna be your personal account, right? Connect to all your personal pages, whatever it is, right? You wanna create yourself a business portfolio. Name whatever you want, right? I just named mine like Digital Dow, put your name, put your business email, and then create, okay? Now let's go over to my business portfolio and check this out. So this is what you see on your business portfolio. In your business portfolio, I call it a BM. Everyone calls it a BM, but your BM is where you host all of your assets. It saves all your assets, your pixels, your ad accounts, your Facebook pages, Instagram accounts, everything, right? And so this is where you're gonna be operating your businesses. When you first create your business portfolio, go to business info, okay? Make sure you upload your legal business name. If you don't have a legal business name like an LLC, just put your name, put your address, number, website. For your website, put just your store website, bro. And it shows you like how many ad creations can you have. This account can only make one. Of course, this is a demo account. I can't really show you guys my personal BM, but yes, this one has one creation limit, and make sure to turn on 2-factor authentication. And there you go. You can also add people, add partners, partner BMs, right? Add people if you have like friends that you're running business with, then add them to this BM as well. First thing you want to do, okay, is create yourself a Facebook page. Now, why do we create a Facebook page? A Facebook page basically hosts all of your ads. Like, you got to create a new Facebook page per brand that you're running, right? Let's say you're running Garlium. Well, Garlium, you need a Facebook page. Later down the line, you don't really need to know this right now, but like, you're going to eventually need to open up more Facebook pages for that brand, the more ads you run. Okay, but let's say you run a different brand, like, I don't know, like a different product, right? That one's gonna be a different Facebook page, right? And same thing with the pixel. Each brand has its own pixel and Facebook page. Now for Garlium, we're gonna go ahead and create a new Facebook page, and let's just name them Garlium, okay? Garlium, and then category, doesn't really matter, you can put like 1 or 2. Health, let's do health, beauty, medical health, and one more, supplements. Boom. Next. Now agree, create page, and then it's saying unable. Your account is restricted right now. You have been temporarily blocked from performing this action. Interesting. That's weird. That is very weird. Alright, so we're gonna do health. We'll just do health and beauty, whatever. Next. Agree, create page. And I don't know what's going on, but let me view this one. And let's just say this one's already created. Well, first thing you do, alright, Now, since I can't make another Facebook page, guys, I'm just gonna have to use my existing one. And so what we're gonna do here is once you create your Facebook page and you name it, you wanna click on switch now, right? And then use page and edit this, right? So I wanna rename my page. So make sure to rename it to your thing and then upload your profile picture, which is going to be your logo, okay? Okay, so the logo doesn't fit, so what we want to do is take it back to, and so first thing, of course, is add the logo, okay? So choose profile picture, upload, download, upload. All right, and just make sure that it's fit like that. All right, after that's uploaded, you want to go ahead and upload your cover photo. Now this one you can add just, I don't know, add anything that's like natural, like for example, or that's targeting your target demographic. Like for example, like for me it's like this old couple, so we'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. All right, next is go to edit here. You want to edit the bio, okay? So we'll add a bio, and to be honest, just use Claude for this. Where? Go back here. Can you write me a 2-sentence bio for my Facebook page for the aged garlic extract? Okay, here are a few options: supporting heart health, add some emojis. We'll see how this looks. I don't know if emojis would look good with the bio. I kind of like it. Okay, so let's do 24 months of aging, supporting heart health. I like this one here. I like that one a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one, go to Facebook. Damn, bam, like that. Now next thing is edit your info. No, you don't need to put an address, any of this. Add an email, right? So contact Garlium. Okay, now let's type at gmail.com. Okay, save. Now add your website link. Where is our website? Okay, well, here just copy and paste your website link right here. If you have any socials for your brand, put it here, and that's pretty much it. Next thing is I would like to make a post because that builds some credibility, right? So you want to add a post. Where do you add a post? Where is it? Make a post. Okay, write a welcome post. Okay, so we want to write a post and go to Claude, of course. Now write me a Facebook page post. Add copy for this image as my first post. Go ahead and use we'll just use this for example. That's not my brand name, but we'll just use it for an example. Did you know aged garlic extract has been used for thousands of years to support your health, heart health? Here's what makes a layer different. Our garlic is aged for 24 months, and boom. Okay, I like this one a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one, copy and paste the hashtags as well. Take it to Facebook page, boom. Healthy aging. Upload an image. This one, like so. And let's do this right here. Oh, let's do that. And this like that. Here's what makes a layer different. Our garlic extract. Unlike raw cardiovascular, who's ready for? Drop a like below. Learn more. And then you just place your link right here. Then I would like to separate the hashtags at the bottom, like so. And then boom, make a post, done, next. Post it. And once customers, because the reason why you want to make it more like trusty and personal is because when people look at your ad, they can click on the profile picture, and it takes them straight to this page. So you want to build some trust with the customer when they're looking through your brand, okay? And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Next thing is, after you finish your Facebook page, then you want to go over to ad accounts, right? Then create an ad account. You want to create an ad account. If you don't have an ad account yet, create an ad account and go to I would say just name whatever. Like for example, I just do DAO and do your time zone, right? For example, I would do Chicago time, which is Central, okay? It's gonna be Central time for me. Next, my business, agree, create ad account, boom. Guys, apologies for that. I had to hop on my other business manager so I can show you guys exactly how to make your ad account. All right, so we're gonna go back to here. Make sure that you guys are connecting your pages. For example, make sure to assign people. If you have other partners, make sure to assign their name and give them all permissions, and boom, that's it, right? Ad account as well, assign yourself your the ad account. And so what we're gonna do here is go back here, go to the ad account, and make sure you assign yourself, and if anything else is needed, assign it, okay? Next, you wanna go ahead and create campaign. And what we do is I do sales campaign, and I just name it CBO. CBO Garlium, right? CBO stands for campaign budget optimization, where you're spending money from the campaign level, right? So you have the campaign level, you have the ad set level, and then you have the ad level, right? The campaign level is where you control your budgets. Your ad set level is where you can control your interests, your countries you target, like specific countries and interests that you target. And then the ad level is where you have your individual ads, okay? And so let's just say, I would prefer you guys, if you are running 5 very solid ads, then do $50, right? $50. If you don't want to spend $50 and you have like 3 to 5 ads, spend at least $25, right? You want to give your ads at least like $30, $25 to give it enough ad spend, right? And so I'm gonna just say $50, right? And then I wouldn't suggest doing ad set budget right now. To be honest, that's pretty useless in the beginning. I just want to keep it simple for you guys. Every single product that you guys launch, you just need a CBO, and that's it, right? You're gonna click on next, and then for your ad set, you can just name it. I would say, top five, because we're gonna be doing the top 5 countries, top 5 Garlium, and you can do this. How many ads you have? Let's just say we have 5 ads. 5 ads, right? 5 ads, and then boom. And then for the date as well, you can put the date. If you want, you can put the date when you actually launched it, which is today's date is 12/08/25. Okay, so fully up to you. All right, now you want to set up your conversion to the website, maximize number of conversions, and your data set. This is where you're going to create your new pixel, right? Name it Garlium. This one is what you name it to your brand, Garlium, and create. Boom. Then you want to choose an option that says return to creating your ad set. Okay. Then choose this, and then for conversion event, always choose purchase. Okay. Set up conversion events. Track with standard events. Set up conversion events. Done. Okay. This should automatically set up by itself once you connect your pixel to your your Shopify account. Then you want to go to here to locations and add the top 5 countries: Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand. Okay, boom. And then everything else, this is interest targeting. You don't want that. Just click on next. You want to do broad as possible. You can even name this broad as well, like this ad set, just name it broad. Broad, Garlium. Then go to ad level, and I'll just name it ad 1, right? Ad 1, and then choose your Facebook page. For this one, I can't show you guys because it's on the other account. Choose that Facebook page you made, manual upload, turn multi-advertiser ads off, and then upload your website URL right here, and then set up your creative, right? Go to video ad, go to media, upload, and let's just say these are Garlium ads, okay? I'll upload this one, script 1, okay? Skip and continue. Make sure these are all original. Next. Now for your ad copy, right? This is where you're gonna use AI, okay? And so we're gonna go back to here and you go to Claude, right? Upload your 4 foundational documents that we created. And so where is it at? Right here, okay? 4 foundational documents using these foundational docs. Can you write me ad copy for my brand for Meta ads, specifically primary text, and give me a few good options. And you don't just say that, you want to actually go to your competitor ads and actually find an ad copy that you kind of want to use. Like for example, maybe this one's their main one, okay? So click on this one, copy it, and then go back to Claude, and then be like this. Here is an ad copy from our main competitor, okay? Boom. Click send, then it should send you a few good ones. And I would say go for 3. All right, when you launch your ads, go for 3 different ad copies right here. 3 different primary text, 3 different headlines, and then for descriptions, I'll show you what it is. It's just 1 line. Then always choose shop now as your CTA, okay? Boom, now we have some ad copy. We'll do this first one right here. Okay, we'll do this one. Copy and paste. Boom. And make sure that it fits well, because look at this, it's not looking good right here. Make sure that everything is aligned like so. Worried you're not, but cardio, okay. Worried. Okay. This should be good, like this. Maybe there's too much text, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Let's reduce the text, and then bring this down right here. My numbers, I finally blah, 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 blah. Don't wait, make a change today, and boom. Now, add 2 more primary text, okay? Add 2 more primary text to that. Now what we wanna do is add a headline. And so our competitor, what they're doing is for their headline, they're doing explore the power of aged garlic today, explore. Okay, we're gonna zoom in here and actually screenshot this and send it to our Claude, so that they can see it better, like this, okay? Well, let's open this up more because I think we're missing some description. Okay, right there. Boom. Like that, and then take it over to Claude again, upload this. Now, can you help me write some headlines description like so. Okay, nice. So we have a few headlines. So blood pressure creeping up. We'll use this one. Okay, we'll put it and turn these off. I would turn these tailored variations off because they're like AI generated. I want to create your own. So I turn this off. Yeah, turn this off. Let's make the headline. Boom. Add 2 more. Now your description. Okay, there's different ways to go about your description. You can add a description like this. Join to 12,000 people. I like descriptions that show credibility like this. Okay, so add social proof like that as your description, and that's it. Add shop now. Now next is your enhancements. I don't really turn on any enhancements. To be honest, video touch-ups, no. Text improvements, turn that off. Turn everything off. To be honest, the only thing I would turn on is enhanced CTA and possibly video effects. Okay, I'll probably add video effects as well. Now you click on done. Okay, boom. Next, everything is all set up and going. Now you want to duplicate your ad 4 times, right? The reason why you want to duplicate it 4 times because you have 5 ads, right? So duplicate 4 times, and so you don't have to make a new ad and do every single of these steps individually for each one of these. All you need to do is go to here, add, copy, do 2, like so. Add 2. Now go back to here, delete media, add video, go to media, upload your second video. Now next, make sure click on through all these original. Next, your ad copies there are ready. Turn this off for sure, and make sure you have 3 primary text, 3 headlines, and that's it. Okay. Next, make sure to have your enhancements, turn them on, turn them off. Now done. Okay. Then you just keep going and doing the rest of those, and after that, click on here and click on publish. All right. After you publish, you'll be set to go. Now you want to connect your pixel to your Shopify store. And so how you want to do that is go to apps, go to apps and sales channel settings, go to apps and sales channel settings, Shopify App Store, and now you want to search up Facebook. Okay. After you install this, make sure to connect your account. Boom, continue. Maybe not this one, maybe I'll just continue as Brandon. Okay, boom, connect, and where is it at? Add only, get started. Your Facebook account is restricted. Let's connect this one. So we're gonna connect this account, do maximum, save, and then create new pixel. You would select the pixel that's connected already, that you already created. It would say Garlium right here. You select the pixel, click confirm, click on check mark the terms and condition, and submit for review. And usually it would say 24 hours in review, and so your ads should be up and going within a day, all right, and starting to spend. And that's pretty much it, guys. After you guys launch your ads, give yourself 2 to 3 days, right? Of course, always check the ads every single day, but give yourself a few days and let the metrics settle in, all right? And one more thing I want to show you guys is, wait, let me discard draft real quick. One thing I want to show you guys is set up your columns, okay? And so you want to set up your columns so that you can see the right metrics. And what metrics you want to see, go to here, go to customize columns, go to, I would delete all of these right here. Delete. I would add clicks, okay? Link clicks. I would add link clicks. I would add cost per acquisition, which is cost per result. That's already there. You want to add CPC, cost per link click. You want to add CTR, which is cost or link click-through rate. You want to also add your, do you have impressions ready? Okay. You want to add your purchases conversion value, average purchases conversion value. Then you want to add your adds to cart. Oops. Adds to cart. and the cost of per add to cart. Now, initiate checkout as well, total and cost. And so let's organize this, okay? Also, date created and date last edited. Those are at the bottom. Same with these, add to cart, cost per add to cart is at the bottom. Keep it how it is. And then let's move the link clicks up, okay? Up here, impressions below or above CPM. And then purchase ROAS up here. Frequency, I typically like to add it near the bottom or in the middle here. Right there. Come on now. Now CPC above link clicks. CTR above CPC. Boom. Now you have your amount spent, link clicks, results. Where's your results at? Averages per purchase conversion value will be up here. Your costs per results will be right there, which is fine, around here. Your purchase ROAS will be right here, which is super important metric you guys need. And amount spent, cost per result, link click, CPC, CTR, average purchase conversion value, impressions, frequency, adds to cart, amount spend, delivery results. Am I missing anything? Delivery results. Okay, that's it. And save as column preset. I just call whatever. Boom. Now you have your columns, right? You give it a few days, check your metrics. A good CPC is under $1, right? That's really good CPC. That means you're getting really good clicks, and a decent CTR is like at least 2% and above. But look, your goal is to turn off ads after 2 to 3 days if they're not getting any sales or the results just don't look good at all. Because you want to keep making new ads. It's all in your ads, right? If your ads are not good, it's simply not going to get any metrics or get any good metrics. And so if your ads don't do good within 3 days or in 3 days, then turn them off and launch another ad set of new ads. It's a new ad set of new ads and do the same exact thing. Make sure you guys are checking daily, checking if you guys are getting add to carts, checkout initiated, and all that good stuff. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's exactly how A to Z blueprint and how you launch your e-commerce brand. Appreciate you guys for watching this ads setup. All right, guys. So last but not least is the fulfillments, right? This is probably one of the most crucial parts in the process of ecom, right? If you're getting sales, how the fuck are you gonna ship your orders to your customers? There are 4 stages of suppliers that I go based off of. Stage 1 is using Alibaba and AliExpress. To be honest, those are good, solid suppliers, but if you fulfill through those websites, communication is typically pretty bad and shipping times take forever, at least 2 weeks, right? Stage number 2 is using sophisticated platforms like Zendrop, Cedar Dropshipping, and USA Drop, right? And so one that I recommend the most is Zendrop, and that's exactly what we're going to be going over, and that's what I recommend you guys to do, because of course you may not be working with a private supplier, but you can manually fulfill your orders through the platform that integrates straight into Shopify, which is fairly easy, right? Stage number 3 is using a private supplier, and this is exactly what I use for my students. I work with dozens of private suppliers and manufacturers, but I typically give them to my private students, so I'd recommend using stage 2 to start off with until you start getting some traction on your brand. Stage number 4 is white labeling and manufacturing, and this is the stage where you're scaling your brand and you need more customized products and better QC for your product, right? And this is only when you're starting to scale. You don't need to worry about this until later on. First off, guys, you guys need to download Zendrop, right? So first you want to go to your store, your apps and sales channels, go to Shopify App Store, and then what we're going to do here is search up Zendrop like this one here, install it. And guys, the reason why I'm fulfilling on one of my current brands is because I want to show you guys exactly how it's done with an order already. I'm not going to wait and waste time to run ads and wait for an order for Garlium, right? So I'm going to give you guys an example here and show you exactly how it's done. So you want to click on approve for the next bill. All right, now that you have Zendrop downloaded, it should be connected to your website. So first you're in the dashboard, right? This is where you can see everything. Next, you want to find your product. You want to find your products that you already have an order for. And so now that you have Zendrop downloaded, it should be connected and integrated straight to your Shopify. Next, you want to go to your orders, right? So everything, your orders should already show up. If you have unfulfilled orders, it should show up in your orders tab right like this. And so we have a few orders that haven't been fulfilled yet and unpaid, right? So what you can do is you want to link or source the product, right? For example, here's our product listing. You want to find the exact same product from Zendrop catalog. And once you can find it, you want to select it. For example, let's just say it's this extreme pickleball trainer, right? Select this, store variants, whatever it is, click whatever, confirm, boom. Once you confirm it, it's not the exact same product, of course. I'm not going to show you guys what my product is and what I'm selling, but once you link and confirm your product, then it should say unpaid right here. Then after you link or source your product links, next you can go ahead and do auto fulfillment or fulfill all, right? Make sure you guys are topping up your balance, right? When you top up your balance, your orders can automatically fulfill without you having to do them manually, right? And so, right, auto fulfillment like this, or you can go ahead and fulfill all like this, boom. Once you fulfill all, then it will show you the product cost, right? The product cost and how much it costs. Once you review it and you fill the orders, then it's going to prompt you to paying for that order. Once it pays for that order, then they're going to fulfill it for you. But make sure you're also contacting Zendrop, right? You should probably have their contact. Go to Help Center, get their contact, or they should have some kind of chat support down here, right down here. You can contact them if you have any questions, but it's pretty self-explanatory. When you have unpaid orders that are still unfulfilled, make sure you link your product source and your product pages into your Zendrop, then fulfill the orders, make sure you have a balance and pay your product cost, and then it should be in process for fulfilling. And that's basically it, guys. After that, on your Shopify store, it will show up fulfilled like this. It will show fulfilled like this, and tracking added. If there's any tracking numbers, then it'll be added to there, right? And then within 1 to 3 business days, there should be an official tracking number, and then your product should be processed within 1 to 3 business days, and there should be a tracking number emailed to your customer after a few days, and it should be fulfilled like this and added to your order like so, right? And after that, they get daily updates. Of course, make sure you guys have a solid support system, right? For example, like if customers are emailing you through an email, make sure to have a separate email for customer support, and make sure that you're on top of your emails. If you take forever to respond, the customers are getting a pretty bad experience, and they're probably gonna dispute or charge back or try to ask for a refund, right? Make sure the customer experience is good. You're always on time, respond to them. And also make sure to, if they want a refund, make sure to refund them, because if you don't accept a refund, they're probably gonna charge back. And it's gonna be they're probably gonna charge back, and it's gonna look worse on your store, and you're probably gonna get shut down. Once you guys are on stage 2 and you guys are scaling like crazy, you guys need to go to stage 3 fulfillment, and you need a private supplier. Make sure you guys hit me up, DM me on Instagram, or fill out the form so we can get on call, and we can see if we can help you get you a private supplier or not, okay? And that should be it. It's as simple as that. Also, I forgot to mention that when you are contacting Zendrop, make sure to ask them what the fulfillment times are, right? How much time it takes to process, how many business days it takes to ship their order, what carriers they're using. Make sure to ask them a few questions to get a quote for your product first, right? You want to get a quote for your product from your supplier or from Zendrop, right? Whatever quote you get is going to be the cost of your product. And with that being said, guys, that should be it. If there's any other questions, make sure you guys comment down below, shoot me a DM, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll make sure to answer them as soon as I can. And so that's a wrap, guys. I appreciate every single person that made it through the whole video. Congratulations. Please leave in the comments down below any questions you may have or anything in the future you want me to improve on. If you really like this video, please like, sub, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss another upload. We out. Peace.